Yo, Sanjeev, hold my coffee, bro. I'll show you where the other patients is at. I'll show you where to find it. What's going on, everybody? Gray here. We are back. It's day number 243, I believe. Is it 243? You guys tell me where we at. 243? 243. Of the free-to-play account series in Marvel Future Fight. We got a good one today, man. We get a CTP. We're hoping it's not a patience. We'll see. You never know, man. Keep working on Scarlet Witch. We're going to work on some challenges. I got some things to show off, and yeah. Just be a good regular old stream. It's a Monday, so we'll do some account help at the end of the stream today. And yeah, before we get started, what's going on, Bob? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. KT3, what's going on, homie? Good to see you as always. Ron, glad you're healing up, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Tong, what's going on, bro? Shavansh is here. What's going on, dude? I better wake up, eh? Let's see who else we got hanging out. Moon, what's going on, Moon? Good to see you, bro. We got Sanji, what up, Sanji? What's going on, dude? Illegal Gaming, what's happening, bro? Thanks for being here, guys. Jermaine's all the way up at the top. What's going on, brother? Thanks for being here, guys. Blaze, what's going on, dude? Volume Dealer, good to see you guys. All right, let's see. I did collect dispatch rewards this morning because I guess I forgot to get them before I went to sleep. And every sector was capped, and you know we can't have that. So I went ahead and collected them when I woke up. Well, let's see if we can't get a little bit of energy. Maybe would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, nice. That's good. We needed just a little bit more, so that's just so. Perfect. And in here, pretty boring, y'all. Take these gear up kits, man, why not? Probably not a great investment of your tokens. I just felt like it. I ain't bought anything in a while. Let's flip this over. Now watch the tier 4 mats will be here and I can't buy them? No. We're good. We're slowing down on the bio hunting just a little bit because I don't want to get rid. You know, I got to watch our gold. Should have another 10 mil from the web shop. I do not think it's in this total yet. I believe it's in the inbox somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, and also good luck on you guys' CTP chest today, man. Everybody should be able to pull this if you've been playing regularly today. So good luck to you all. I hope you get the rages or whatever you are looking for in your chests. All right, let's go ahead and grab the rest of these rewards. Get our emblem stuff. CCF is nice. We're not like low on CCF, but it's one of the tier 2 materials, man, are just like where we're stuck right now. It's crazy, bros. It's crazy. I can't explain it. Building all those characters, I could explain it. I bet you I could if I tried. All right, let's go ahead and donate for today. One thing I did want to mention today, before I forget, is that the CTP Super Success chance up and the unequipped for CTPs expire in like 23 hours or whatever. So if you still have a CTP, you were waiting to unequip or something like that, just keep in mind that those do end and we should get some new events starting tomorrow. Which we will see what we end up getting. Me and Goat were talking a little bit about the events they have scheduled yesterday. And I'm hoping we get a little more spice than just like the 2 boring world event missions or world boss. I'm pretty sure this is the one where you fight the sort of weak version of the World Boss Legends twice a day for 15 energy per entry, and then you get like an Odin's Blessing and some tier 3 materials, something like that. And then this one, I think, is just the one where there's like that extra little screen on the World Boss Legend page that just gives you some extra rewards for doing your 5 entries daily. So that's not really bringing the heat, y'all. But this should be the token event, the one we want with the P card and stuff, because it got put off. So at least we'll get that. But I'm hoping for some other kind of something, man. Just anything to keep us entertained because we're going to be feeling this extra week pretty bad here. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. We actually get one of these done. We only need a couple of these challenges to get our CTP. One more, so just got to do like Giant Boss Raid and we'll be good to go there, man. We'll be good to go. What's up, Icon? What's happening, bro? Good to see you, man. I hope you are doing well. Let's see. What do we got in here? Nothing special. Just artifact stuff. Legendary battle boxes. There we go. All right, and some Norn Stones. Ayo. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right, so let's just grab all this. What's that going to total? 12,350,000 gold. Don't skip out on the web shop, guys. If you're not doing that every day, you're missing out, man. What? I wish KT3, wouldn't that be? Although, actually, I kind of don't wish, dude, because I don't know. I don't know, man. If they did that, if they gave us some ridiculous chance up for Brillies on Black Friday and anniversary, no one would ever combine CTPs except for twice a year. So it would be really like annoying because everybody would just be, I can't open my CTP, bro. I don't have it yet. We got to go get it. We got to go get it. As far as I know, the chance never goes above 21%. No. As far as I know, I could be wrong. There may have been an event or something, but I'm pretty sure it is always the 21%. In fact, I kind of know that because like I just said, if there was ever a time that it was higher than that, everyone would talk about it. Everyone would be saving for it constantly. Be a big pain in the ass. Everything else in here should be good as far as expiries, except these are not close, but I don't want to let these expire, man. It's 150 materials for tier 4. All right, let's see here. That should take care of our rewards. Let's go ahead and do a GBR real quick. Let's do 2. And then we'll open our CTP chest. I won't keep you guys waiting. But we do have to do one more challenge in order to even get it. Get to it. And then, yeah, these boost points, don't ask. I mean, or ask. They're just from the shop. I didn't use them in time. Forgot to buy them last night. So we're just going to use them in GBR. Antonio, what up, brother? All right, let's do it. How much Pierce do I have? It is low, brother. We got like, what are we at? Like 11%? I think 11 is where we're at right now because we lost 2 from White Fox. I think we had 13 and we went down. Hey, thanks so much. Anomitra. I've said it before. I'll say it again. What's going on, dude? Hey, Himalaya, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Man, I've been watching the tide charts. I'm trying to get out to this spot to get this video. It looks like I'm actually going to have to go out there at night. Not like in the dark at night. Do not walk out into the ocean at night, please. Unless you are very confident in what you're doing. But this spot is so tricky to get to, and it like relies on the tides being in a certain position. So it's looking like we're gonna have to make sort of an evening trip out to this place, which isn't a bad thing. Hopefully it'll be extra pretty because of that. But let's see if I can get that done this week and get you guys some members videos. It's time, man. We need some for October. So I'll try and get those done this week and keep working on the Uru guide. Kind of stalling out, man. Trying to get better. This cold has just been a pain in my D. You know what I'm saying? I'm waking up tired. But you just brush it off, man. Keep on rolling. For PvP or stay with the old uni for PvE? I mean, so my understanding is that the new Ghost Rider uniform isn't like inherently better for PvE. Better for striking. Someone can correct me if that's not right, but that's my understanding, is it's really just being a striker, where Rage Returned is still kind of cream of the crop. As far as just like regular PvE, I think the new one is actually as good. I don't know. I actually don't know the direct comparison with Rage Returned, but then I guess I would ask, what PvE are you using him in? And if you don't have Rage Returned, I wouldn't pick it up. I guess is what I'm thinking, because the new one is just fine for PvE or whatever you want to do. Let's do one more of these right quick, even though I think it doesn't matter, but I could just wait till later now. Actually, I think we can. I lied. We can save the energy because we use those extra boost points. That is that one entry that I don't need to use. So, man, I'm like nervous to do this, but let's just do it, man. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get her done. All right, let's see what we get. Ready, guys? Everybody ready? Let's do our CTP. All right, let's do it. Come on, anything decent. Hey, Hey, guys, hey, that's not bad at all. That's a W in my book. I got a tutor and a W for that. That's going to make our first Mighty Liberation, man. That's not bad at all. We will take that. Very cool. Jumping. I mean, it's not the rage, but hey, you guys, it ain't the patience either, right? So we will take it, dude. You notice we got two side by side now. So we can make our Mighty Lib. Yeah, which is a pretty big W, man. That's pretty crazy. So I'm going to have to do some thinking about this. You guys know, like, or maybe you don't know. I don't know a ton about Liberations. These came out like 3 years ago, something like that, I think. 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, for Liberation. Maybe it was 2. But anyways, I took a break, so I don't have a ton of experience. Like, I know how you know, that you want a buff from Liberation, a buff from Insight, overlapping, so you get both buffs. But I just want to make sure we put it on the right character. So we'll make a Mighty. We've already rolled our, whatever it is, to all allies. It's not very hard to roll these. I don't know about a Mighty, but it shouldn't be too bad. You're just going for that really specific proc, and then I think it's one of 2 abilities you can roll up top. You've got like the PvE ability and the PvP ability that you can roll. So yeah, we're gonna start buffing up our timeline battle team, man. That's the plan. Get crazy, keep working on Bob. I gotta finish his uniform as soon as we can free up some black antimatter. That's the plan. We're gonna finish up this guy's uniform. I don't know what else I can use him with. We could try for his type enhancement, but that's just kind of a joke. But, you know, do what you can. And then we can get him some more Odin's Blessings if I can find the right ones, but there's really only, like, more attack stats is nice. And then any crit damage energy attack, Odin's Blessings would be really nice, just to shore up his crit damage. But yeah, that'll help strengthen our timeline battle team. Very nice. Very nice, guys. All right. A Liberation it is. And I'm going to save Forging the Mighty for, like, tomorrow or the next day. Gives me something to put in the thumbnail, right? So we're just gonna chill on that for now. We got what's coming up next. We got CTP Chest done. Oh yeah, check it out. I know this isn't like a big deal, but it is the first time ever for me in Marvel Future Fight that I've actually made it into Challenger in any PvP league. So hooray. And if you don't know, Otherworld Battle isn't quite like Timeline Battle. This isn't the same as being in Challenger and Timeline Battle. Anybody can push for this. There's no like limit to the amount of people that can be in Challenger. It's simply based on a point total. So all you have to do is push until you're in Challenger, and then how we do? Hey, not too bad. And then you can just get to Challenger. So it's just like climbing a mountain. But yeah, congrats KT3, nice dude. I will show you guys what is nice about this though, and why if you can do it, you do want to try to do it. And that's going to be when the season ends here in a couple days. We're lining this up real nice. 5 days from now, we get the season reset. If we look at the rewards for Challenger, they're pretty juicy, man. We're going to get 300 crystals instead of like if we were chilling in Platinum still, we'd only get 140. So it's really nice. Get those extra crystals. It's funny, the mementos you barely get anymore. What does it go? 35, 36. Oh, and then all the way up to 38 though, bro. That big 200 jump. So there's a couple people, Sanjeev, that are Mighty Patience. Or not Patience, I'm sorry, I was thinking Refinement. No, Mighty Patience is not good. Save them for fodder. Do not reforge a Mighty Patience. No, sir. Refinement is the one that there are a couple characters that can use a Mighty Refinement pretty dang well in PvP. So yeah, we made it to Challenger. We'll get some extra crystals in a couple days, which is really, really nice. Hey, another big W. Let's go. Today's W day. 10k crystals. Let's go, guys. That actually pushes our goalposts out. And what we're going to try to do for Black Friday is, how do I put that? Like, soft spend 1,500 crystals. We don't actually have to have 1,500 crystals. We have to either make a purchase with a refund, like an epic quest, or do something so that we can get 1,500 crystals, or 15,000, excuse me, crystals spent potentially for an extra Mega Tier 2 ticket or any other like nice juicy spending bonuses we can get. So we'll see what this epic quest looks like. We might actually get like a pretty nice advantage in being able to pick, if it's good, if it's really good, we can pick it up on Black Friday and it'll give us 1,500 crystals back. So basically at that point we'll have 11,000, 125 or 525 crystals effectively for like any kind of bonus mission, because that's really gonna be the focus, right? Like this bonus mission is stinky. This is not the one you get on Black Friday and the anniversary. The one on Black Friday and the anniversary, I believe, goes to 20,000, and has much better rewards, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a mega tier 2 ticket is what it is at like 15k. Someone mentioned that the other day. And yeah, none of this like Titans record crap. Anyways, that's the plan. That's the plan. 10k for cards. No, sir. I think it's going to be more like, what are we going to be looking at, dudes? And also, what up, Make You Happy? What's going on, dude? Lovray, what's going on? And Enomitra, yes, sir. We're going to do it at the end of the stream. We'll look at some accounts today, for sure. Nice, T. You got a conquest? Congrats, bro. Also, what's up? Thanks for coming to the stream, dude. Let's see here. So, what are we looking at? Probably 4 or 5k on uniforms. Something like that. It's going to depend on what we end up picking up, because we're for sure picking this up. It's expensive, but we're going to grab it. A lot of these other ones are skippable in a way. It depends on what we want to do. I cannot, like, it's hard sometimes to make these decisions. Should you do Mephisto? I mean, it's up to you, man, if you want to cry. You can do it with me. We're going to do it too, bro. We're all going to cry together. Some people already, it is, T, and that's like what I wanted to talk about. Like, it's tough to weigh, right? The value of like Cyclops, Dr. Voodoo, and Ebony Maw. Let's just take all the supports and Taskmaster, all these guys, right? But then weigh that against actually fixing some of these cards, man. Cards are just so powerful that, like, I'm not trying to skip out on a bunch of uniforms, but this Black Friday is about cards for us. I want to make progress on the cards. So some of those crystals will definitely go to gambling for cards, trying to get some extra P cards, and I'm not afraid to go be kind of stingy on the uniforms. Yeah, because there's a few in here that we could pass on. There's some key components like, you know, I would love to get another powerhouse uniform for PvP. I obviously want to get Mephisto, get him up and running. We've got a competition for him. We just need to get the discount on his uniform. So 1 more month to go there. But then, yeah, all the supports are kind of like, I don't know. So, Icon, hot take, bad take, hiss. Not true. Actually, on some level, that kind of is true. If you had really, really good cards and no uniforms, your account would still suck. All right, let's see here. Moving on. So yeah, we're going to be pushing for 15,000 crystals for Black Friday to effectively spend, and we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes, man. I don't know. Could be a W, could be a fail. Either way, I'm here for it, man. So we got Phoenix today. We're going to kind of leave that alone, man. You know we need that black antimatter, and she ain't going to give it to us because she's rude like that. So, yeah, no thank you. So we'll just scoot along the line here. We'll probably do our regulars. We'll do 3 clears on Thanos and then work on Kang. And we are working on our unlocks here, which means we need to make sure we use Angela, and we just need to clear stage 19 several times. So let's try and at least get 2 clears there as well. I want to check. I think we need to save Thor, at least. We need aliens, right? So where'd our guy go? We need aliens. So we're going to need to make sure we have Gamora and Thor are going to be our carries for sure. And the rest of them can get used. We can just use these 2. Make sure Angela gets in with one of these guys. Probably just remove her. Yeah, because Thor's going to do better. Anyways, we can do Thanos first. Just got to watch the strikers and stuff. Make sure we don't use any of our aliens during World Boss Legend Plus and screw ourselves over. We can use Loki and we can use Null. We're good to use this team. And we're good here. This guy's an alien, but we don't really need to use him. Although, you know what? Let's save the strikers. Let's save the strikers for, I mean, like, it really doesn't matter. But save the lightning damage strikers for Thor. Stage 19 is really doable. Let's grab her. Hopefully we get her potential. I said it was happening tomorrow, didn't I? I remember that. Is it still running, the Scarlet Witch thing? Does it have a timer on it? Huh. Oh, yeah, thanks, KT3. I actually forgot to put that in the notes and definitely want to shout it out, dude. If you guys didn't watch Cynic Alex's video this morning, it was great. A great video, man. I love that kind of information. I'm not even going to spoil everything from that video. You should go watch it. It was very, very good, very informative. And, man, it's the kind of stuff I live for from his channel. It's like secret techs that, like, I wouldn't have figured that out. I don't even compete at that level in PvP, but I'm gonna tell you guys this, something he did not mention for free to plays without spoiling too much. You don't need the uniform. Granted, it's gonna like quadruple the effectiveness of what he's talking about, but even the base has that ability. So for scrubs like me, that's something to consider, man. That is something to consider. Because even if it's not a lot, my teams are so limited that something like that could actually be really beneficial for, you know, like that third or fourth team in Team Battle Arena that's just awful. So, that's good. I'll make sure I don't use my aliens, man. I need my aliens. I don't know why I'm doing it in this order. I should be doing Kang first. We'll go do Kang after this. Hey, congrats on the liberation, Luca. That's what we got as well. Cool. Nice, man. Yeah, so we ended up with an energy and a liberation this week. Because with Thanos, all we need is the tier 4, so it's really easy to know who not to use. Whereas if I do these first, I gotta watch the aliens and the strikers and stuff the whole time. I think we just had it. I think it's gonna be another week, 2 weeks, Fandom, something like that. What's up, Fandom? How you doing, bro? I think it's gonna be another like 2 weeks until we get Odin's Blessing again, at least. Because we just did the combines, didn't we? Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Man, that was cool. That was a cool video, bro. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about how cool that actually is. I wish we saw more stuff like that, man, in this game. That it just is good on whoever figured that out, though, man, because it was sitting there the whole time. We just didn't know. We just weren't using it. Nobody told the scrubs yet, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think this goes faster with Doctor Strange. We don't have any support on him, though. But I think it goes faster. Oh, he's got Ghost Rider, too. Well, it turns out, Chris... So with the liberations and the insights, there is a list of like recommendations for equipping them. I think someone put it in the Discord. I'm not 100% positive on that, but it's sort of a list to just keep you from overlapping. It like lets you make sure that you get buffs from insights and liberations instead of like accidentally, I better focus, sorry, doubling them up. So you can look for that. I'm not an expert. I have to go look for that. Like I was saying, liberations and using them is kind of new to me. I was not as aggressive of a free-to-play player on my last free-to-play account as I am nowadays, so I did not have a lot of CTPs on my account. So I did not have. I think the most I've ever had is like 1 or 2 insights on an account. Something like that. So I'm in the same boat where I gotta go figure out exactly who to equip it to. Hey, thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, brother. Is Ark here? What up, Ark? Hey, Ark, what's going on, dude? Oh, so close. Tomorrow. It's still tomorrow. We'll just get it tomorrow, you see? That's the ticket. I thought I could trick the game, you guys. I did my best, bros. You saw it. You didn't really know what was going on. Everyone was like, Agent 13, Captain America, I was trying to tank our black antimatter so I could be like, hey, Marvel Future Fight, even if you gave us Scarlet Witch's potential, we wouldn't be able to rank her up, so you might as well just give it to us. No, couldn't fool them. They still were just like, no, now you have no potential and no BAM, so you double suck, Gray. Congratulations. We'll get her tomorrow, man. We'll get her tomorrow. Let's see here. Let's get the Kang stuff done. Like I said, it's easier to do this without accidentally using the wrong thing. Because here we just have to avoid tier 4. So let's pull her out. Go ahead and jump Angela in there. She can go in the strikers. That's right. We don't even have to carry her in the team anymore. Woo! Let's go, man. Right. In that case, just give me some aliens, man. Stage 19. Get her out of there. That'd be a big boo-boo. And get Angela in here. Just like that, yeah? There we go. That works. That works. That works. Do a couple of these. I know my Marvel Future Fight saw right through my plan. No way, dude. You can't trick us. Hey, thanks, Varun. What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming by the stream, dude. And Kimmy, what's up, dude? No. I only pilot this account. You dudes, I can barely even remember to log in on pay to play Old and Gray over here, this poor scrub. I haven't done anything on that account except for missed login days. I got a lot going on, I'm not gonna lie. Trying to keep things moving, man. Got to take care of the rest of life at some point, you know? But I am still logging in occasionally. We're keeping the account active and running so that when, not if, we get accepted into the Star Agent program, we have a place for our crystals. Oh no, that didn't work. Again, I thought I could trick it. There we go. Get in there, bro. Zip, zip, zoom. Somebody has to take the sacrifice, KT3. Somebody's got to do it. Oh yeah, and I forgot this was cool. This was a cool trick. This is also like Valkyrie just is gonna rock this whole thing because, like, well, I'm actually surprised that thing lived so long, that little pillar. But her transcendent skill should just wipe them all out normally. Oh, it's because I'm not driving. There we go. Let's try with me in control. Must have control. We're taking this super seriously, man. Oh, shoot. What up, Ramon? How you doing, young man? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Bam. Oh, and we got our movie for today. So, hey, speaking of spooky movies, they often come in threes, right? A bunch of these movies are not just one movie, they're several movies, right? And I wasn't sure if I was gonna do, like, put them together, you know what I mean? Really, dude? On one day, or if I was gonna split them up. So for today, I'm gonna put them all in the same. We're gonna put 3 movies on one day. Because I think there are so many good spooky movies to talk about that if we don't do that, we'll fill up the month really quick. So for today, spooky month movie recommendation is gonna be 28 Days, Weeks, and Years Later. If you have not seen those movies still, and you have any interest in like zombie movies, scary stuff, post-apocalyptic stuff, those 3 movies have a flavor for everyone. The first one is really like low-key and weird and about people. The second one is like way more like zombie action. And the third one is crazy. Crazy. I absolutely loved 28 Years Later. Loved it for like some pretty... I think that movie's got a lot. I'll give you guys a warning on that one going in. They're all pretty adult movies with pretty adult themes. Especially 28 Years Later. That movie holds nothing back and is insane. And I really enjoyed it. It's like made to make people uncomfortable at times, and there's just things about it that I think are absolute cinema. So if you're looking for something to watch, you haven't seen it, and you're not scared of the male form, then check out 28 Years Later because it is a blast, man. That movie was cool. Can't wait to watch it again. Good one. Only seen it the one time. Okay, I'm gonna try not to die. I'll focus up a little bit, just halfway. So yeah, that'll be our recommendation for today, is all 3 of those movies. Don't die! Just don't die, no! Like 100 hit points over here. Yeah, the first one is weird. The budget was a whole lot lower. Fun fact about the first one, in case you don't know this and you care. The first the movie 28 Days Later has a band on the soundtrack called Godspeed You Black Emperor, and it is really cool to hear that band on a movie soundtrack. They are very obscure and very strange. I believe they're from Canada, if I'm not mistaken. What up, Goat? What's going on, homie? And every time I watch that movie, I love hearing that band when it comes through. That song comes in. I believe it's called East Hastings, the song. But yeah, the first one is definitely weird. It's got a totally different vibe. In fact, I'd say that's one thing that's so cool about those movies as a trilogy of movies, is they all have very different flavors. They're all like super different feeling, which is neat. But yeah, especially the most recent one. I mean, yeah, take it back. It's not much worse than the other two, but the second one and the third one have some pretty gnarly, spooky Halloween stuff in it. So if you're sensitive to gore or anything like that, it's definitely got some of that in it. Nothing too crazy though, no human centipede nonsense. This is getting dicey again, man. I don't want to die. I don't even think Yondu can do damage, so we'll just like let our cooldowns go off, make sure he's not going to jump on my head, and then we'll swap back to Thor. You gonna jump? I feel like you're gonna jump. You thinking about jumping? Nope. Let's just do this. Boom, go, switch, good, hit. He's thinking about jumping on my head. I can see it. Dude wants to land on me. There we go. There we go. I think it's days, weeks, years. I know it's years. My cooldowns, man. Switch off and reset control here. But that ought to do her. Sweet. Nice. Hey, what up, Cyril? What's going on, dude? Man, we tried yesterday, guys. We tried. Whoever was saying 2.5 mil easy with Scarlet Witch yesterday, you're tripping, bro. Easy. Get out of here. We managed 2.3 mil about with a better build and some practice. Maybe could have got 2.5, but it would have been like a stretch and basically I would have had to like been good at Alliance battle. Yeah, for real. Easy. No, but would have had to really nailed it to hit 2.5. Would have had to got all the light lined up just right and all that jazz. Oh, I didn't think about supports. I should have thought about them better, but we should be okay. She's gonna be good with self-lead. Yeah, I should have done that better. I could have given her Valkyrie and used Ronin on Thor. Would have been a much better setup, but we'll be all right, I think. I hope. Really? I didn't know that. That would have been strange. Ewan McGregor. I think she's Fizz, isn't she? But whatever, we might as well just give her some strikers. Not Loki, we will regret it. Sure, don't really matter. Just take some strikers and let's hope I can do this. I may have to focus here a little bit. Gamora is not tier 4. She does have the mighty energy, but if I recall, this is a little dicey and we don't have a ton of support here, so we'll see how it goes. That ain't looking amazing. Oof, like at all. I don't think that's gonna happen, actually. Jeez. Whoa, that hurt. No, it's too slow. We need double supports. I should have thought of that. I should have used Ronin with Thor, but it's all good. Might be able to get this. I don't know. It all is going to have to line up, and I'm going to have to pay a lot of attention. No, yeah, this is already taking way too long. As soon as we get through the, like, alternate dimension or whatever, he's going to get a bunch of damage reduction, and the damage is just going to look like absolute dog. It already looks terrible, so probably just call that good. Call that macaroni. Hey, grats on the judgment, bro. Nice. Nice, man. Yeah, that's my bad. Although, even with both those supports, there's no strikers either, so she just got, like, no setup, I think is the problem. But, and she's also not tier 4. A lot of things stacking up against Gamora there. All right, let's just do some easy clears here. Get some black antimatter. You know we needs it. Wow, our strikers are just triggity trashed. That's okay. These will work. These will work. Oh, yeah. That's supposed to be the time frame, yeah. I was like, not an actual 28 years, because, oh my goodness. Oh, wait. No, the first one came out in the early 2000s, no? It's not quite. It's almost, though. It's like 20 years, almost, between the first one and the third one. Almost. Hulk, bro. What is going on here? In fact, I'm tired of looking at that. No more. No more. What up, Batman? Should. Yeah, you should still get support buffs, even if they die. Absolutely. Oh, sure, just take a ghost. Do some damage. What else we got going on today? Challenges, yeah, account help. Nice. And then I might have to split the account help in half today. We got an offer for some extra work, and I cannot turn that down. So I got to go help Chrissy with some jobs today. I get to, which is good. So we may have to split the account help up over today and tomorrow. Yeah, no judgments for like, I didn't even say Thor. No judgments for like Thor or Storm. Don't do that, in my opinion. That is not a great idea. Save the judgments for the ones they work the best on. And then we'll see, guys, what happens with old Miles Morales. I got no idea what's going to happen with this guy. Be interesting to see. Yeah. Probably just getting speed villain. Good for ABX, is my guess. No PvP stuff, I don't think. We'll see, but I doubt it. Gosh, especially with, like, you know me, I don't like to be negative, but these zombie uniforms were not impressive, in my opinion, at all. I will. Is something going on in Discord? I don't know. Now I'm scared. Should I know? I always close Discord while we're streaming. I don't want all the pop-ups and stuff. Notifications, not pop-ups. Because the... oh, geez. I should pay attention. Because the Rage works significantly better on Thor, and most free-to-plays use him as their farmer. So you end up, like... It's not the end of the world. It's just like, if you cannot put a judgment on Thor, I would not. The Rage is better. Like, noticeably better. So when it comes to farming, and you're like, you know, you add up like 1,000 runs in Dimension Rifts, it adds up over time, and it costs you essence given the long run. Yeah, dude, Captain Marvel, oh, it's tough with this uniform. Yikers, dudes. It is pretty brutal. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with the seasonals. I'm not sure. I'm leaving my expectations tempered, you know. Luckily for me, I don't have to worry about the paywall seasonal, so condolences, Medusa sucks. Yeah, we'll see where Miles fits in for free-to-plays, because he's definitely like a free-to-play viable character. It's just it's gonna be weird, because we're, like I've said, we're getting like, so we get the seasonal uniform sale, and then we'll get 2 weeks, and then the sale on the unis will end the day before we get like the changes for ABXL potentially. So it's like we're gonna have to read the uniform to see what they intended it to be for, to see if we can figure out whether or not we should pick it up or not, and it's gonna be weird. Because we'll miss the opportunity if it's really good and we don't pick it up or whatever. Golly, man. There we go, perfect timing. Yeah. We'll want to pick it up if it's really, really meta breaking, even if it's just for like speed villain. Oh gosh, I'm gonna die. Nice, good job, Storm. Way to pull it together like you meant to do that. Woo! Buzz, buzz. Goes my little bee. There we go. Nice. Give us that bam. I like how I'm just like wanting that bam, man. Screw the tier 4 mats. We don't care. Getting Transcendence Patience regen. Dude, that sucks. KT3. Sorry, brother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rotation on Storm, and the damage was the same as the usual rotation. Weird. I could see that. Vern, I think it's more just about ABXL and like weaving and like how the 1 and the 2 position you. Mainly the 1, how it positions you. So if you use it at the right times, it's consistently moving you out of Surtur's attacks, which is important. Storm speedruns indeed, dude. She crazy. That lady cracked. Yeah, I just don't want to touch Phoenix because I don't need that at all. We don't need Phoenix feathers. We really need the black antimatter, so we'll just do a quick stage 9 Kang. My bad with the supports. It's crazy that that one decision probably cost my ability to do 2 runs on stage 19 Kang because I was not paying attention to supports. No, me. No. What did we get to? Was it like 90% on Scarlet Witch? Something like that. I hope it's at least 92%. Because otherwise we might need tomorrow and tomorrow to get to that tomorrow we've been looking for. Oh yeah, I shouldn't stand in this. I'm gonna die. Oh, what? 2 hit points. 2. Whoa. Ghost Rider. Trying to die. I'm gonna die. Oh, I knew it. I was gonna get pierced by that thing if one hit me. That was funny, dudes. 2 hit points. Get out of here. If only I saw every chat, Sanjeeb. I would be a more powerful free-to-play player. Alas, I do not. They come, they go. What up, Desmond? What's happening, bro? Where's my little... We got a breach. What up, Desmond? Good to see you, bro. Gotta like swap, man. Ghost Rider's so slow. Just gets stuck in his animations and chills forever. Hit me, bro! You've got no artifact, Ghost Rider. Calm down, bro. Don't you know? Damn. Hitting me hard, bro. I'm just gonna like do this correctly so I don't die. There you go. Oops. Bedroom. Do either of you do damage, or do we really, we gotta switch to Ghost Rider because you guys just don't even do moves? Guess so. I guess I'm so-ums. Wow, that's gonna be death. You jerk. Wow. Absolutely failed. There we go. Yeah, isn't Daredevil coming to Rivals or something like that? Thought so. I thought I seen him. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if he's dodging everything or I'm just being that bad. I'm not sure which. One or the other, though, for sure. One or the other. Kind of spamming here. I was gonna say, that looks like death. Man, this guy. Okay, you're done, Ghost Rider. You need to sit down until you get an artifact. You're absolutely ass for this, dude. Or I'm absolutely ass for this. Sounds bad. Just go ahead with Venom. Tell me he's not useful. Ghost Rider go smush, man. A lot. Good thing you're a good striker, Ghost Rider. And good in PvP. And good in PvE. Good thing you're good for everything. Except for moving and getting out of the way. It's the one thing you're incredibly bad at. Moving your buns. Like, never gives me control back. Mm-hmm. There we go. Everybody keeps asking about that damn movie. I have seen it. It sucks. I will never watch it again. It's truly just a bad movie. It's not good. There are so many better movies to watch that are spooky or gross. No. Doopy Red Room. Hate this one, man. Hate's a strong word. Dislike this one. Least favorite out of all the rooms. The second one is awful, man. Let's just pretend that doesn't exist. It's bad. Really? Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. If I watch anything that gross, it's got to have a really good plot, because, yeah, I'm good on that kind of stuff, man. Wee, yo. Oh, Groot's in our strikers. I was like, Groot's around here somewhere. There's little healing plants dropping around. How kind. Do the thing, do the thing. God, that movie's old now, man. It came out a long time ago. All right. Moving on from our world bossage. There we go. Nice. And we'll just chip away at those. I'll set them up better tomorrow. Hopefully we can get 2 Kang clears a day on stage 19. Those my fault. And we do get 2 of these done though. What do we got left? Yeah, just like 10 more runs. So hopefully 2 a day. We actually would have been stuck on 1. I guess I could have done 3 in a day, but anyways, now we got an even number. So if we can do 2 a day, we can grind this out, get it done, and start climbing on world bosses. Finally, dudes. Taking a long time. So that'll be really nice. Start pushing there. The other thing that we're getting so close to, that so doesn't matter, but it's a big achievement for me, because behind the scenes, it's been annoying as heck. And that's going to be this clown right here. So close, man. So close. We need, like, it could be today, it could be tomorrow. I don't know, man. But we just need to hit this last gear to 20, and then we can use one of those advancement tickets to take him to tier 2, which will unlock a whole new epic quest, by the way. So, you know, it's all about tomorrow, bro. It's all about tomorrow. Always. All about tomorrow. So, yeah, that'll be nice. And then, like I was saying, we get, it unlocks a whole other... Not like a big deal, but we get to do another little epic quest, and we'll end up with a tier 3 Icarus from it. We get, you can actually unlock this once you get tier 2 Icarus. These are just gonna sit there and be bad. And then here we are. What are we? Oh yeah. We could just do this. We gotta take his gears to 21. And we have enough gold now, and since we gotta wait till tomorrow, although I want to be careful. Because we don't want to like be ready to do Scarlet Witch. We got to save gold. We're going to need more gold. I'm being overzealous. We need all this gold for Scarlet Witch. Because we're going to have to go all the way to 80. All the way through tier 4. We're going to need more gold than I have. We're probably going to need another 10 million or so. So we'll try not to spend today. And save all of our gold. We actually may have to wait 2 more days. But as long as we go for her potential 2 days in a row, that is the longest it can take. We might get it tomorrow, might be the next day. But anyways, either way, I need to save up some gold. He's watching this total. I think we easily obliterate this. I cannot remember the gold total from 70 to 80, especially if it's like different for the native tier 2. But that's going to cost us a lot of gold and then the whole tier 4 upgrade. So we will just continue to save there. For now, let's go ahead and jump into ABXL. Get those done. Put some scores up here. What do we got? Blast male and human female. All right. But take it, Icarus. Take it away, bro. Yeah, I don't like fighting Jean Grey because she doesn't give me BAM. Pisses me off. Why you gotta not give me BAM, bro? I don't need Phoenix Feathers. I don't know. I don't want them. I don't care for them. 24 mil from 70 to 80, Shivansh? Or is that for the... That's 70 to 80, right? I think tier 4 is closer to like 30. So we should be like kind of right in the pocket, but I'll save. I don't want us to be short on gold. That'd be a bummer. So we'll just hard save on all our gold till tomorrow. And then if we get that extra day, that'll be fine. Then we'll for sure be good to go. I'm so interested to see if we have any leftover tier 4 mats too after we're done with Scarlet Witch. I don't know. Did he mention your account? I don't know. I missed it. Yeah, and then skills too. Yep. Watching out, good watching out, Varun. That's where all this gold, it's going to evaporate. It's going to be gone, gone, gone. We need like more than we have. We're going to need 65 or 70 mil, I think, total. But again, that's fine, because we should be able to produce that gold. Just got to play it smart. That's why I had pushed off Havoc's gears, is because I didn't want to be, well, we need like 700 million. So. You mean from like step 1 to the end? For like a native tier 2, tier 4? Is that what you're talking about? It's 150 total? I don't know the totals, so I'd just be guessing. I know a native tier 3 is more than that. It's like, yeah, like total, it's like gross. 180 million, something like that. Well, it can't be much more than 150 mil. Yeah, it can. But not much. Because, yeah. The initial build is kind of expensive, but not that bad. Weird. No idea, volume. I got no idea, bro. Let's see. We need to pull you out, you in. We've got silence, which is Bob. As we've determined and made significant fun of. Oh, no. Hey. That's right, because he, no? Wait. Just wait a tick. I have to do, I don't think you can give Doctor Strange to Doctor Strange. That's what I'm looking at here. Yeah. It's just the snare on Cemetery, but when I look at... That's strange. Get it? Oh, ayo, bad puns. Okay, well that just hurts my brain. So the moves are different when they're striker abilities, I guess? I saw that correctly, yeah? He's striking with snare as a tier 4 striker, but it's literally not on the skill. And then if we look here, he does have silence. It's just on his force. Anyways, weird, man. Weird. Oh, is it 3? Oh, it's 3. It's Cemetery. They're just similar looks. Thanks, dude. Wow. Oddly very similar. One's dead people, one's, wow, he strikes with the 3. That's balls. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Wayne. Good looking out. Also, what's up, Wayne? What's going on, dude? Hope you're doing good, man. One's demons, one's undead, one's corpses. But yeah, there's the snare. Weird, dude. 3 is such a crap skill to strike with. Such a poopy striking skill. Anyways, let's give him Ghost Rider or something for damage. Just so. Because he's got the cancel just fine. Here we go. Scooby-O, leader. That's pretty much it. That's all she wrote. Stop it. Well, Coulson's hero. There we go. Good, man. Good. Hey, what up, Earl? Pretty good, man. We got a second liberation, so we can make a mighty liberation now, which is nice. Add that to our PvP teams. We didn't quite get Scarlet Witch's potential. Working on the challenges for Kang. Nothing crazy. Other way around, 0-4. That was late. Oh, missed the 3 somehow. I even saw it depressed too. That's weird. Not good. I think we'll be alright, but do not want to be missing skills. Really? What a jerk. Hey, get in there. Skipping skills, bro. Decent. We gotta start pushing for 15 sooner or later with Strange, but a little more Pierce wouldn't hurt, and better gameplay. But better than it was. Strange is still just not my fave, man. Not my fave. Alright, what do we got going on here? Same thing? No. No. Yeah. I have no idea. You think that over the She-Hulk lead? Probably. I think so. I think that's the best setup. Yeah, because we get support. I don't know. Just depends on how effective She-Hulk's lead is in ABL. I'm not sure. Nair, huh? Oh, is that really who we use for Snare, huh? Yeah. Burn. Interesting. All right. I think that's the right setup. I think we talked about it before. You can use She-Hulk lead, but we lose 15% damage. Like, we lose the full support from her. 25% ignore dodge, 15% damage to villains. Yeah, that's it, volume. It's 15% damage and 25% ignore dodge. And then we, like, lose the support with her, and we just get the damage to male types. Hey, what's up, Al? With Iron Man, nice, bro. Nice, dude. That's sweet. Yeah, that's what I was, like, remembering, Varun. So we'll go with this. Always just trying to at least put in the right team members. Oh, yeah. Didn't we talk about that? Wait, can I? Is she there? I don't remember. I think so. But wait, no. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. If we do that, it causes the same problem. You end up, like, you ditch Cassie's support, and then so you've just got Gamora's lead versus 25% ignore dodge and 15% increased damage to villains. And I don't think her attack lead is better, and she's also an alien. I was like, I don't think we can use her for this day. Even if we could, I'm not even sure that would be the route, honestly. I'll do my best here. I'm just gonna do one and done. I don't have a lot of patience for old Gwenpool these days. Nice, nice. That worked out really well. Yes, please. I can't move. We're stuck. Did we get that might? I think so. That wasn't too early. No, we're good. Ooh, yeah, that wasn't great. That was timed really weird. That took way too long. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. Actually, line up all right. Come on, 5, 0, 4, 3, 2, 6. Go, go, go. Let's clear 6 mil. Nice. Here we go. That'll work. Aha! I have been doing a slightly different rotation. I do not think it's correct, but it gets me over 6 mil pretty consistently now. Like one of the worst days for us, I think, and we still managed to clear it, which is really nice. Because we were struggling to get up over 6 mil with Gwenpool every day we were using her, so I will take it. Looks pretty good, man. What up, Ghost Freak? You missed a liberation from our CTP chest. You missed us not getting Scarlet Witch's potential. You missed us pontificating on how much gold we're going to need that we don't have. And I think that's mostly it. Me screwing up my supports for Kang, so we only got 1 clear today, which is fine. But yeah, it's the gist of it. We're just working on climbing Kang, working on Scarlet Witch, man, all that good stuff. Working on all the same stuff. It's actually pretty boring. But as soon as we break this door down, we can start, like, working on some more stuff. I need to, like... So we were bio hunters. Now we're BAM hunters. I'm like looking for all the places I can get black antimatter, dudes. It's crazy. I could not get enough right now. That's not true, but I need so much BAM. It's insane. Like, I started actually calculating, excuse me, of all the materials we have, how badly we need black antimatter over like everything else. It's insane. So we've got like 4K right now, so we're good for leveling Scarlet Witch up. But if I look at what we still need to do, every tier 3 takes black antimatter for the gears. Every tier 2 takes black antimatter for the advancement. All these native tier 2s devour black antimatter. So if we ever want to build Thanos, we ever want to build Cable, we ever want to build Apocalypse, any of these guys, well, not Apocalypse. Some of them are feathers, but anyways, they use lots and lots of BAM, man. Silver Surfer coming up. We need more BAM for that fool. We need crazy BAM, bro. Hey, what up, Ray? How you doing, Diego? Are you chasing BAM all the time? What up, Grimy Pipes? What's happening, brother? A pain in the potential, yeah. A pain with the potential, for sure, bro. We're almost there. She has been a pain. This has been one of the rough ones for us, but it's okay. I mean, we're just, like, pacing the drama here. It doesn't really matter. As soon as we get her done, you know, we're basically going to be tapped on materials as soon as we get her done. And we're just saving for the next ones, so... I think, if I'm not mistaken, right now, looking at these materials, this is just over the average that we need to completely tier 4 a native tier 2. I believe it's 3k life seed, a little over 7k carbonadium, and a little over 6k soul of the Faltine, if I'm not mistaken. So we should be right in the pocket. And then we've got all these purchases we need to make. We've got Alliance store purchases, all kinds of stuff. So we'll see how many tier 4 mats, if any, we have left over after we build her. I am hoping for a little bit of a remainder Possibly. We're lucky. All right, let's see here. We got... Grab... Nice. Perfect. We'll grab 30 energy out of here really quick. Let's jump in here. The other thing I'm thinking about... I will make a gold guide sooner or later, just so we have a tally of all the places to get gold written down. Because that's the other thing I've been thinking about a lot lately, is just like min-maxing every bit of gold we can get out of things. Like here, I'm going to waste some gold, and it's like a tragedy. I'm trying to control myself and not get too crazy with this character, but... yeah, we'll take Kitty Pryde. I don't care. We don't have her, even though she's terrible. Terrible. And then, yeah, we can just do 10 of these really quick. How you guys doing on tickets for the... tickets, please, for the new collector's hall or whatever. You guys gotten a bunch of these yet? See how we're doing. I don't even know. 140? I don't know what that means, but hopefully that's decent. What's up, INL? How you doing, brother? What's up, Tesserelix? How you doing, dude? Thanks for being here. Yeah, around 150, 120. Yeah. About 100. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then we got the Mega Tier 2 chilling, just waiting. And we've got the 6-star Mega Rank Up ticket. One thing I do want to remember is that at some point soon, and I'm almost positive we're going to have to build this guy to 6 stars for the Epic Quest, no? Is it not going to ask me to take this guy to 6 stars? But we want to. I want this guy at 6 stars, and I'm not going to use the Dimension Shifter BIOS to build him, so... We'll use a 6-star rank up ticket on him sooner or later. But we've only got the one from the Future Pass in the inventory, and the Future Pass just ended. So we're not necessarily going to see another one for a while. And that's why I haven't just pulled the trigger on it. Because I'm not sure if we want to look at someone like Abomination or... I don't know. We have that Mega Tier 2 ticket. So what did we have? We had Abomination... And then there was one other character we had down here that was like a support for 1 day. Can't remember who it was. Yeah, I don't remember. But I thought we had one other character that we could like use. Oh, it was Polaris. That's who we were talking about. Was Polaris. Oh, it asked for 5-star. Yeah, it's the same thing. Thanks, Shavant. I'll still use a 6-star just to get him up. Yeah, we have Polaris and Abomination like on deck right now that could use the Mega Tier 2. Part of me, let me check myself here. Is that am I thinking correctly? Let's see here. Yeah. If we're smart, we probably save it. We save it. Because whatever Epic Quest comes out is probably going to ask us to Tier 2 some kind of premium character. So it may be in our best interest just to hang on to it for now, as opposed to like getting Polaris or getting... no, not Agent Venom, because there's no reason. Like, the only reason is to build him, but I don't need him to be a combatant. I just need his buffs. And he provides all those buffs at 6 stars. So no reason to use the ticket on him, and they're so rare. That's why I'm like hemming and hawing over this thing. Yeah, I think saving it for the Epic Quest is a good idea. We have it confirmed, we know it's coming, and a lot of the time they do ask you to like... Yeah, and what up, Bob? How you doing, brother? Like Bob just said, Polaris is losing value, like we're going down the incline on a roller coaster, or not incline, the drop, the first drop on a roller coaster. She's losing value quick, because... Cyclops took one of the days with the team up skill and the leadership, and then so I think she still has 1 day. Or are you guys using something else, Bob, for the other day as well? I don't know. Yeah, good point, Grimy Pipes. We might get another one for Black Friday. It's likely that we'll have some access to a Mega Tier 2 ticket. Magic, really? Interesting. Yeah, and you know, we haven't gotten that far down like the min-maxing road for ABXL as far as like, you know, liberations and insights, things like that. We still don't have a single insight, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we got the 2 liberations, but no insight yet, so... You know. we're still ways off from worrying about balancing our CTPs. However, good to know, guys, for those of you that are new and don't know, as you get these support CTPs, you do want to be careful who you equip them on. Because just consider, you use supports in multiple places and you don't want to overlap them. So you don't want two supports on the same day, both using insights for PvE, because they don't stack. So one of those insight characters would be wasted. So you want a liberation and an insight affecting your DPS characters, like the optimal setup, right? So something to watch out for. And something, again, I'm not good at or experienced with, but I will learn as we go. Making sure we get everything equipped in its right place, best we can. That's gonna be the idea. All right, my friends, let's get into some account help, man, while we got plenty of time. Let's see, what time is it? Nice, perfect. So go ahead and throw up those IGNs if you guys want to look at your accounts, if you have any specific questions, or just want us to take a look at the whole thing. Throw them in there. Let's get it rolling. We'll do some of these, and like I said, I'm probably gonna have to split this between today and tomorrow, but no big deal. We'll do half of them today and half of them tomorrow. X23? Just for the striking? Are you making fun of me? No, I'm just kidding. Interesting, man. Not striking, I'm sorry. Co-op skill. Oh, I like your name. Hey. Write down a bunch of these here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was like double taking at the X23 thing. What? Say what? What up, Dark Gaming? How you doing, brother? Yeah, co-op is the 5th skill. Interesting. I'd have to take a look. I don't know. Crazy, man. That's wild. I love that, man. Those tips are cool, dude. All right, let's see. I missed some here. What do we got? Got you. Sure, dude. Did I get you already? Yeah, I got you, though. We got you. Anybody else? Let's see. I've only got 2 so far, which is fine by me. Trust me. If y'all wanna, if there aren't a ton of people waiting in line, no worries, man. But let's just get started. And if I see any more, 21 Nights. Gotcha. You guys remember Nights into Dreams? Probably not. I'm so old, bro. God, what was that? Sega Saturn, dude. We're talking before. Pre-GameCube, bros. Pre-Dreamcast, we're talking. Crazy. Nights into Dreams, man. That was a cool game, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty graphically intense for when it came out on a home console. Oh, right, man. 100 on the badge. You said 75 days. Nice. So, just early account here. Looking good. Man, your swords look great for 75 days, dude. This is crazy. Hey, Jonathan, thanks so much for the sub, bro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. The only thing I'd say is, how the hell did you do that? Tell me how you do. How you do. No, those are good looking, bro. Grats on that. Definitely RNG for the most part. Crit rate and ignore defense are nice on this one. Definitely want to get that proc as soon as you can. Let's look at the whole set first. Back up. Black Widow. Probably, I'm assuming you're waiting to replace Black Widow, but you're just being a Pierce enjoyer. Is that correct? Because I think that would be the correct route. I just want to make sure you had plans in the future to replace this card with Luna Snow. It looks like is going to be the card you would want to swap in here. That's my guess, at least. And if that's not the case, then you got it. He's on it. Yeah, and then just enjoying the Pierce till you have something better to replace it with. Makes tons of sense. All right, so yeah, other than that, set looks good. Again, with the proc, make sure you get those procs on the bottom of these cards when you can. You're still crafting tons, so I get that your mythic cards are spoken for, but eventually you want to try and get those procs. The longer you, I mean, it's just a lot of value you miss out on. They really are nice, so whenever you can. Fizz attack's great, crit rate great, crit damage great. This is a beautiful card, man. Except that poison resist, this looks amazing. So good. That dodge up top. I mean, the only way a card like this is going to be better is if you had dodge and all attack, right? So, looking really good, man. Congrats on that. Not much to see here. Not much to see here. And yeah, looks good. You got a plan for Black Widow, so looks really good, dude. Looks good. Just look for those procs. Yeah, dude, it really does. It really does. When you think about it, say you got a physical damage dealer like Venom, right? You're going to go in and attack. Let me see. Okay. This is your total all basic attack, right? On your account, on your cards, excuse me. And then you have 36% physical and 23% energy. You are literally getting this over again from those two procs on a physical damage dealing character. You are getting another 40% attack on those procs. They stack, so they trigger at the same time because they're different. One's all attack and one's physical attack. And then when you think about Luna Snow, right? You add in the third proc, which is for your energy damage dealers. And at that point, it doesn't matter if you're physical or energy, you're still getting 40% increased attack on a proc, which is big. It's not like, I mean, I can't tell you how like it weighs against like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they're massive. They're huge. So if you can get them, man, I don't know that I would say put the brakes on all your other crafting just to get them. But if I was me and you were you, I would just take a mythic card here and there. You don't have anything. I mean, the cooldown's nice. So maybe you save 10 or something and go for it. But yeah, you want those procs. They're real nice. They're real nice. Got your Storm tier 4 looking good with a Mighty Rage. Make sure this will be a big one for you when you can. It may just be a matter of needing more time, more obelisks or whatever. But when you can, you want to roll this to a 0.9 per 1 here on the bottom. Even if you have like 160 up top, getting this cooldown down to 7 seconds is going to make a major difference for your damage. And rolling the bottom stat to 0.9 per 1 is what gets you the 7-second cooldown down here. So something to look for in the future that'll make your Storm much stronger. You've got a Judgment on Luna, which I know isn't what you like necessarily want, but does this work okay? I don't know. I don't know anything. I know some about Luna. I'm just a free-to-play enjoyer, so I don't have this uniform. I can say you definitely want to try to roll this to 200%, because that will definitely make for a damage increase for sure. I'm going to double check here. Yeah, let me grab these IGNs. I missed a couple here. There's one. And then I think there was one more someone put up. Oh, there's two. One there. And then I'll probably hold on the ones we've got here. That'll be like 5 accounts, so we'll get them done. That's 4. So let's get these 4 done, and then we'll see where we're at. Yeah, good call. You can get her artifact just from farming rifts. So watch for her rift day. Good one, Bob. Her rift day to come up to get her artifact. That's a really good call. Yeah, I don't know how well she works with the Judgment. I don't know if you want to look at replacing this eventually. It might like work for now kind of thing. Maybe you can even like get a Mighty Judgment going for her until you get something better. But I think Judgment is not the best for her, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, maybe you get something better for her in the future. You can give your Judgment to Ghost Rider. Something like that. Nice 4-star artifact for Wolverine. And it looks like you haven't locked anyone in for your next tier 4 yet as far as gears go. So did you have a plan already? So you're 75 days in. I mean, Luna's a great tier 4. You've got the uniform. So I would look into that probably while she's got the value. She's still really good. She covers so many days too. So like on an early account like this, it's going to cover a lot of ABXL for you. I feel like eventually you're going to want to pull this off of Jean Grey. I would go Luna over Jean for sure. Jean is, again, she's dropping value fast, man. So you might just take her to 80 and leave her there for now. I don't know if I would bother going all the way to tier 4 with Jean Grey. Yeah, because if you take her to 80, she can cover those days till you get something better. If you get something better. I mean, Scarlet Witch is better, technically. But then you got to get Scarlet Witch and you got to build her. So, I don't know. If you're going to use her as your combat villain, you can. But she has officially been replaced. So it's up to you. I would definitely do Luna first. 100% over Jean Grey. And then for me, I mean, I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself a Jean Grey hater, but I'm certainly somebody who is aware of how long she's been riding this uniform. And so I got you on the list, Start Gaming. I got you, brother. Yeah, up to you. I think maybe AD is a good place to park her. Take her to tier 4. Maybe even consider like Ghost Rider tier 4. You have all these really good cheap tier 4s you can do. And then like you could line up, like I would suggest tier 4ing Doctor Strange over Jean Grey, personally. I think Doctor Strange is a better investment, and you could use the Black Friday discount for Doctor Strange. Maybe get 1 or 2 of these guys done in the meantime. You think it's worth doing the tier 4 then, INL, just to get the value, and then just maybe use her for, you know, your universal villain female for now, and just kind of leave Scarlet Witch, skip the zombie uniform? Because that's kind of what we're talking about at that point. If you're going to take her to tier 4, I would not invest in anything for Scarlet Witch. I wouldn't bother. Because if you're going to build Jean Grey, use her. Don't build her and then replace her immediately with Scarlet Witch. That's a waste of materials and stuff, you know? So, I think so. I'll put you on the list, Aditya. How you doing, brother? I'm not sure if we'll get that far today. I got to go do some other work. But if we don't get it today, we'll get it tomorrow if you can make it. And yeah, and then as far as like, you know, watch Bob. Yeah, you got the artifact. I would try and get a good CTP for Bob. Build him up. He's just such a powerhouse for PvP. That gives you your PvP pillar. And then that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot to do. Like Luna Snow is a really safe bet. I think Ghost Rider is also a safe bet. I think Doctor Strange makes a great native tier 2. And then I think whenever he fits in, trying to get Sentry built up when you're ready for your first native tier 3, whenever that is. Maybe a few more tier 4s in between now on your account and when you're ready to tier 4 someone like Sentry. But you're spoiled for choice, that's for sure. You've got really good uniforms here. Ready to go. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps, my friend. Do you have any other specific questions or anything? What has more value, Epic Quest or Multiverse Saga? They're very different. I think like how do you even quantify that? I guess I would say Multiverse Saga. If I like had to pick, it's going to be Multiverse Saga, just because like the long-term value, the payout of it is so good that an Epic Quest, like, I don't even know that one character. No, the answer is 100% Multiverse Saga. A character can't even begin to provide the amount of buffs that leveling those emblems you would have access to with Multiverse Saga can provide to your account. In fact, it's not even close, most likely. Multiverse Saga, when you break down everything in it, is probably way, way better. Not sure who to build for support for PvP. Gonna be Colossus, Hela, Agent Venom for Null if you're going that route, but I don't think you are. So, yeah. Shuri has some damage reduction, so she can be good. But Colossus is a really big one. He's still used all over the place. You've got him tier 2, which is good. So maybe if nothing changes dramatically, I would pick his uni up for Black Friday. If it fits on your list, he's still super good. And you can still use him without a uni. Once he gets to tier 2, the damage reduction becomes like, I think, from villains only, so you don't get the hero damage reduction. But in like Team Battle Arena and stuff, you can target villain teams for the damage reduction and still get it without a uniform. And then Hela is very, very good, teamed up with like Sentry for fighting other sentries and other heroes, things like that. All right, gonna move on to the next one here. Keep things rolling. Thanks for sharing, bro. We are gonna move on to Lovre here. Let's go. All right, 182 on the badge, so a little further along here. Bro, I can't believe your swords, dude. That was crazy, man. I don't know how you did that. I ain't even gonna ask. This looks more like what we're used to seeing. Oh, golly. Yeah, pushing for 5s. That's really all what you're gonna do. You got 4s on every slot. Don't sleep. If you're getting comfortable because you've got 4s, don't do it. Keep trying at these. But lately I've been preaching waiting for the discounts for sure. So we can save gold because swords are expensive and a pain in the D. All right, let's take a look at your cards here. Hey, no problem, Elio. Hopefully that helps, bro. Looking at your card set here, you got some refinement you could do. Like, quite a bit. So, let's see here. Let's check this. Dodge. Okay. You got your blue dodge. This, just stop. No more crafting here. This is not a good card. You're going to want to replace this one. And didn't even get very good rolls here. Anyway, I would just leave this alone. I wouldn't even bother. You have other things to craft? Or no, you don't. Yeah, you will. Because you're going to be crafting some cards in your inventory. So Probably, you could probably leave this one alone. You could craft the last 2 stats on it. Maybe advisable. It depends on what's in your inventory. Yeah, it depends on what's in your inventory, right? If you're working on other cards and the mythic cards are spoken for, don't even bother wasting them here. Put them into the stuff in your bags that you need to build up. What do you have? What are you like working on replacing? Do you have anything, or are you just... Hey, cool. All right, I am not in a hurry. Hey, now, let's go. Plans changed. So yeah, if you have something in your inventory, good, work on that. If not, well, what's it holding the place for? It sounds like, oh, okay. You're still working on crafting it up. Gotcha. I thought you meant like perfectly crafted. I thought you meant 6 blue stars, like ready to go. I was like, well, get that sucker on your set, bro. Nice. So you're working on Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. So this guy's got to come off. Let's say Guardians of the Galaxy on. And then we've still got all 3 of the like support cards. So at some point, 1 or even 2 of these is going to want to come off for things like Luna Snow and Ghost Rider, right? Because that would be the move. If you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, you go Ghost Rider, Luna Snow, and then you've got the sort of PvE lineup here, which is great. But this one looks pretty replaceable. Blue Dodge is the only stat on here that's really really solid so far. And then it does have Pierce. But all 3 of these have Pierce. So let's see here. Start at the beginning. Yeah, all basic attack blue is really valuable, so that is there. This one is looking sus. Crit damage is good, but you're looking at 2 resists and recovery rate on the blues. So this one's got potential to rotate out. Just depends, right? It's going to depend, too, on which cards you get, when you get them. But the reason I'm going over all this is if you're going to reroll, do it very targetedly, right? Because you may end up replacing 2 out of 3 of these way down the line, right? Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, they're all kind of tied. Oh, no. No. Yeah. How does that? Let's line that up. That's just because I want to. Ghost Rider, Luna Snow, White Fox, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spidey. Yeah, that puts it right about at number 5, eh? Right behind Guardians of the Galaxy. And then, like, you could argue which of these is best out of these 3. I'll leave that to other people to figure out. But with the blue all attack here, I kind of feel like you want to do your best to work with this guy further down the road. And then these ones are a little more replaceable because they have less desirable stats, especially this one. Got the crit damage. This one's just dodge too, so they're kind of equivalent. But I would definitely put my rerolls into the Guardians of the Galaxy card or Spider-Man, Baby Spidey. Not definitely, probably over these, right? And definitely no rerolls here. And then here, this is going to need some work eventually. Yeah, this is really rough. I don't know how you ended up with 6 blue stars, but it's okay. For now, just enjoy the 5% Pierce, but you are going to want to come back and fix the stats on this card. You could probably keep all basic defense, but everything, and attack speed maybe if you want. Everything else here's got to go. So you're probably, not probably going to lose Pierce, but you might lose Pierce. Rerolling that. Yeah, they were already planning on replacing Loki, so we've got Guardians of the Galaxy in the bags. And then, yeah, it'll be up to you if, when, and how you replace 1 or both of these cards with, like, Luna Snow and Ghost Rider and stuff. Is what you're going to want. Stats look pretty dang good, though, so it looks like you're in a pretty good spot. See here. Okay. Nice stuff. Try and get this rolled proper. You want 150% down here. Pretty whopping difference, so hopefully you can get some more rolls on that and get something a little closer to max. Get on there. 0.9 per 1, nice. And a 0.9 per 1 is nice. So here, another big one you want to try and re-roll so you can get the 7-second cooldown on the competition. Same kind of thing. Try to roll this to 55%, even at the cost of a slightly worse Fury proc. So you can get the 7-second cooldown on this CTP. It'll make a big difference for you. Destruction. A mighty destruction. I don't this is rough. Not only does Venom typically not work with a single skill damage proc, you got the mighty and everything. I don't know where that goes, but probably not on Venom. Excuse me. Sorry about the coughing, man. This thing did decide to go make a home in my lungs, unfortunately. 0.9 per 1, looking good. Yeah, there's that arty. And it is just like, yo, man, yeah, the last account we looked at, yeah, this is really good. Just any extra cold damage for like ABX, and the fact that you can farm it is really nice. So, cool. Love those like resist artifacts, man. They're just weird. They're just a cool way to do things. Nice 4-star artifact there. Try and get the 200% on this one with the type amplification if you can. That was a lot of like rerolls, so I don't know which one you're working on first. I would say the most important ones are probably the cooldowns, right? So getting storms rolled to the 7-second cooldown should be a priority. And then your no should probably be a priority. I think those are the two I'd work on first, and then maybe consider the other ones that needed some work. There was only one or two. And then as far as what we're building next, we got Magneto's gears rolling, huh? I've seen people say that, Chris. I don't know how well you're going to get it to work, especially when you got him tier 4, but we'll see. All right, and then as far as, yeah, you've got this guy locked in. 5-star artifact on him. Nice, man. I'm not sure what, like, I'm pretty sure he's been replaced in all aspects. So hopefully you're just a Magneto fan. But once you're this heavily invested, you may want to just go ahead and take him all the way to tier 4. Gotcha. I don't know, man. I'm gonna not trying to put you on blast or anything, obviously. What do you guys think? Does our friend here continue to just go ahead and tier 4 Magneto now that you're this far? Or do you just pump the brakes on it and stop? Save the materials, because I don't think he's going to cover anything. There's like nothing this guy's going to add. I don't know. And I could be wrong there. So that's the other reason I put the poll up. There may be some kind of value he's got that I'm not seeing. But I think right now, especially if you have a farmer already, you know, you're not dispatch farming with him anymore. What did I ask? What was the question? Yes is to build Magneto. No is to stop and save. Don't make fun of my improper questions. Oh, shoot. Yeah, because you may want to just stop, dude, and invest somewhere else. Is he locked into a discount? It is confusing, hey, but it's also not super important, so don't worry about it. Is he locked in for one of your discounts, or is it just... Yeah, I'm thinking stop, personally. I'm thinking, yeah, you go ahead and save, which it looks like is the general consensus, so I would go ahead and just stop. Don't even bother going all the way. Yeah, and especially if he's not locked in for a discount, just kind of shift your gears elsewhere. There's better things you could do with your tier 4 mats these days. Man, whenever I see this guy, dude, I always want to tell people, get the value. While he's still one of the PvP bad boys, man, get in there. We don't know when he's going to see another uniform, so there's something to consider there. Let me look real quick at your ABXL coverage. It's almost all there. You're missing like Speed Villain, it looks like, and that's it. Speed Villain and Combat Villain. So Hulk and like Gwenpool are kind of what you're missing. Or Bullseye, or Miles Morales, I don't know, with his seasonal. So yeah, as far as Speed Villain, wait and see what happens with Miles Morales. But then yeah, Hulk is the other one you're missing, excuse me. And I don't even see that clown in here. There he is. Yeah, he's missing a uniform and everything, so... Oh, Crescent over Ghost Rider. For me personally, Wayne. Maybe I am a Crescent hater. I don't know. But unless you're talking about a full PvP set... If you're talking about a full PvP set, that's different. But if you're just talking about bringing New Avengers number 9 into a PvE set, I would replace Crescent. But yeah, just consider that male human combat day. Sort of your like combat villain is kind of who you're missing. Oh, you've got Doc Ock. What am I talking about? So you're running this guy. I didn't even see it. I'm just blind. And how do you miss that thing, right? So yeah, you do have that covered. He is human too, is he not? So he can cover all those days that Hulk does. So you're good there. It's just that speed villain. And yeah, I would wait until we see what happens with Miles. And then the other thing, and yeah, I would probably look at these PvP characters you have, bro. Because you got some good characters here. Between Adam Warlock, Wolverine's got his 4-star artifact and X of Deaths, which is pretty nice. Plus, just every time I see this uniform, I want to take a minute to appreciate how good it looks. Look at those buns! Come on now. No, for real though, this is an awesome uniform. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, you got some good PvP options and stuff. And then I would just kind of wait and see what happens with Miles for that speed villain day. I should have looked down here because yeah, for all I know, you got Bullseye chilling down here or something. I don't think so though. Yeah, so you're good to just wait and see what happens with Miles, man. Let's see what his uniform looks like, what kind of abilities he has. And I don't know what your tier 4 mats look like, but you've got a lot of native tier 2s that would be good additions to your team. I'm not worrying too much about the CTPs. Like a CTP of regeneration is not going to be great on Silver Surfer. So yeah, I mean, like you could almost do, what are we looking at time frame wise? We've got a little under 2 months now. So you could probably do like, you know, a native tier 2 now, or if you could find a good, this is a good build. Okay. If you want to build up your PvP, Carnage is looking good. I kind of missed that. He's got 4-star artifact, mighty refinement. He would make a good native tier 1 to tier 4, right? Yeah, and then you think Surfer over Adam, even with the CTP setup, Sino? Even with just a regular regen on Surfer? I think he's a better character. But given the builds, I'm not sure he's going to perform better. I don't know. But you could get away with doing a native tier 1 easily and then saving up for Black Friday for either Silver Surfer or Adam Warlock or even Wolverine, whichever one you... Surfer with an authority is going to be better in your opinion. Yeah, so something to consider. Something to consider. I don't think you can lose here. As long as the Epic Quest doesn't provide, you know, some new PvP bad that, like, replaces one of these guys, they're both really good options. All three of these guys are good options for Black Friday. Kind of like a no-lose. As far as builds go, do you have any CTPs that you're just, like, chilling on? Did Storm a few days ago. Okay, so you just did a tier 4. Nice. Nice build on your Storm, bro. Nice, man. Good, dude. Okay, that changes the game. I would probably put a Mighty Authority on Silver Surfer and plan on tier 2ing him, or tier 4ing him then. So maybe do Carnage now and then plan on doing Silver Surfer for Black Friday. If you're looking for PvP power. That seems good. Only problem with Wolverine here is he's got no CTP. And you do not want to put that authority on him at all. I would not personally put an authority on him. So, yeah. A Mighty Authority would work pretty well for Silver Surfer, and it'll work a lot better than a CTP of regen. And then if you do get Conquests, you've got other places to put them. You need a Mighty Conquest for Bob. You need a Conquest potentially for Wolverine if you go that route. There's just like other places you could use it, you know what I mean? Wolverine over Silver Surfer and Adam? I don't think so personally. I would say these two are close. I'd say they're all kind of in the pocket, but like for me, I would want this guy. He brings Inherent Revive, which is really strong. Really strong. And so does Adam Warlock. But for me personally, I don't have Adam Warlock. So I would take Silver Surfer over Wolverine personally. Might be a hot take. I don't know. But that's where I stand, man. Could definitely use this guy in my teams right now for like Otherworld Battle, Team Battle Arena, everything but Timeline Battle. And Timeline Battle is locked down. Timeline Battle's kind of not even part of the discussion as far as who to build. You either have Sentry and Null and you're supporting them or you don't. No one else is like Timeline Battle meta right now. Yeah, I ain't gonna argue with that. I know that looks good to me, man. Yeah, and like reasonable builds. Yeah. About the same. All right, man. Yeah, exactly. And it has the team up collection, exactly. So they all, I think all three of them have a team up collection. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this one typically is moved along for a lot of people. Anyhow, and yeah, you can use the Agent Venom support if you've got it. Hopefully that helps and wasn't too confusing. You have a lot of good choices for PvP characters. So I would either go, just to like sum it up, I would either go like dive in, do a native tier 2 now, then save for another native tier 2 for Black Friday. Or if you think that's going to be too tight, just go ahead and tier 4 Carnage. And then when Black Friday comes around, just do one of these guys. And then probably pick up Bob's Uni, you know, unless some other big native tier 3 takes his spot on Black Friday and build him up. But that's just me. I don't think this uniform is good enough. I could be wrong. That might be a hot take. Up to you, man. So a lot of people, I think, kept this uniform and kind of skipped the Thunderbolts uni. But in my experience, this one's just not nearly as powerful, but a big investment, so it'll be up to you, man. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We're almost there, Dark Gaming. We're almost there, bro. You keep spamming it, and I told you already that you're on the list right here. So, like, more times that you put it up, I think you're almost at the threshold. I think if you post that in chat 2 more times, your name will just, like, mysteriously vanish from this list down here. It's like you'll steal it to post it in chat. You know what I'm saying? I got you, brother. You just gotta wait. We're almost there. I'm slow. I know I'm slow. I know. I know. That's how we do. But that's how we make these things bearable for me. Because sometimes I learn things when we do this. And that's awesome. All right, what are we looking at here? 149. Nice. So like right in between the other two. Swords are looking pretty good. Just keep at it. Really, I'm checking, just making sure people aren't camping on a bunch of 3-star swords. You should be able to get 4s pretty comfortably. Not always, but if you're really pushing and doing your seasonal challenges, you should be able to get 4s. Hopefully with the season switching over, you're done with your challenges. When we dive into the next season, hopefully you get some 5-gem swords. Okay, so right off the rip, I do not like this card very much. Most people don't. And I personally do not like this card in this set. But that has to do with whether or not... Where is the conflict, right? Is it when I see White Fox and Crescent that I get like, Because if you think about it, if White Fox was gone and Gwenpool was gone and we had New Avengers number 9 and like Scarlet Witch, we'd be looking at like a beautiful PvP set of cards. But if you're trying to make a PvE set of cards, this is where things start to look suspect for me. These two just kind of like don't get along. You're either in the PvE realm over here or you're in the PvP realm over here. This, like, neither of them really get used for hybrids, if that makes sense. So for now, you've got the 5% Pierce on this card and some good stats. Not perfect, but decent stats. Let's talk about what you're missing. You're missing Ghost Rider, for sure, or New Avengers number 9. I guess, who is this? Who are we looking at? Do we have you in chat? What up, Vikas? What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. I don't remember whose account this was. Anyways, if you're trying to build like a hybrid set, then you're going to want to get Ghost Rider on this set. So swap this out for Ghost Rider. Then the problem you're looking at, right, and this I guess is another way to put why I struggle with the Crescent card, is it's just not New Avengers number 9. So it does not have a 20% HP proc on it, right? If you want to go towards PvE, turn this into Ghost Rider, and then you're honestly fine. You could replace this with something more PvE friendly like Baby Spidey, but I wouldn't at that point. The only reason I would replace this is if you want that hybrid splash and you have New Avengers number 9, the 20% HP proc is way better than what this is contributing to a PvE set of cards. This is not a great PvE card. It is a great PvP card, right? So that's like sort of the dilemma that you'll have to solve eventually. This problem's easy. This one's easy. You swap this out for Ghost Rider or whatever. But yeah, that's what you're going to have to ask yourself. Do I want to do a full PvE set of cards? And if I do, what is this doing here? Do I want to do a hybrid PvE, PvP set of cards? And if I do, this doesn't have an HP proc, so it's not great. And if you want to go full PvP, you can bring in like Scarlet Witch and New Avengers #9 and like replace Gwenpool and White Fox. That's kind of what you're looking at. It's a lot of words, but that's why I always kind of groan when I see Crescent, because I feel like it's not that it makes problems, it just makes it harder to optimize any set she's in, except for a full-on PvP set, in my opinion. There we go. All basic blue is so nice. Cooldown, nice. Movement speed, not so nice. Cooldown time can be okay if you're focusing on like hybrid PvP, but you are missing your ignored defense roll here. Cooldown is plenty high. Ignored defense is low, so this is where that ignored defense roll kind of matters. And crowd control time isn't optimal. But you got 5% pierce here, so you may just want to enjoy the pierce, but it looks like you're kind of going hard for 25% pierce, and you're definitely going to want to stop throwing rerolls at this card if you have been. And yeah, kind of make sure you're locking the right stats. I'm going to skip over this one because you should replace it. His attack's good. See, like here, we've got a lot of resist, man. Half your card is resistances. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. I'd say probably Guardians. Yeah. Over Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch isn't a bad card, but I think Guardians is just better. We've looked at Scarlet Witch's bonus options several times, and that's where her struggles are at for the most part. Let's see here. Yeah, about half resist. So you got 5% pierce now, which is nice, but eventually you'll want to come back and break this because you're going to want to fix these stats. You're missing ignore defense, you're missing dodge, and you're missing crit rate or cooldown, you know. So anyways, but you got the 5% pierce for now. And then also you're missing the proc there on the bottom of that card. So something worth looking for in the future. Guardians of the Galaxy, we got all basics blue, cooldown blue, very nice. And then energy defense I would not lock, so I would lock these two and roll it. You don't have any of the attack stats on the bottom of this. This 7 quality is not worth keeping, in my opinion. You could keep it for now, but it's rolled onto 2 defensive stats and a useless proc. So you definitely want to go fishing for attack stats on your Guardians of the Galaxy card here. For the bonus options, and then for this one, we looked at its energy attack cooldown is good, crit damage is good, and then 2 resists. Crowd control time is okay, as long as you're capping your dodge for your rages, I guess. I could check your dodge, but you'll have to look into that. And again, you like got the 5% pierce for now, so maybe work on brushing up the rest of this stuff before you worry about trying to re-roll any of these cards. Something like that. All right, let's look at your roster real fast here. Nice roll on that. That's looking real good. Pierce damage reduction. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy with this. I try not to preach about this too much, man, but I cannot tell you guys how much I believe that this is not a good idea. Yes, this is a valuable stat. That is correct. This is a valuable stat. If anything, this would be what you want for a PvP character. However, I don't think this is enough to justify robbing yourself of essence. If I look through here, I'm going to bet that half your meta characters still need their artifacts. Null needs his. Sentry's got his. Doctor Strange needs his. Storm needs hers. Hulk needs his. Venom needs his. Human Torch needs his. Ghost Rider's got his. Good for you. Nice. Thor's got his. You need Scarlet. You see my point? So every time you're taking 75 essence and you're putting it on a character to give them some tertiary stat, you're robbing yourself of 75 essence. And every 25 essence is a chance to get a 6-star artifact for these characters. Yeah, some people would, INL. This is one thing that I know might be a hot take, but for me, as a free-to-play player, essence is too hard to get, especially on an early account. Anyways, obviously it's not the end of the world. You can do what you want. There are differing opinions, obviously, which is good. This is just mine. Especially, like, I will say, and INL can tell me if he disagrees with this as well. This is one thing, right? This is a totally different thing. This is not doing like anything for you, bro. This is like, no, this is a waste of essence. So You could make an argument that this is worth the 75 essence. I don't think you can make a good argument that this kind of thing is. So unless it's a PvP powerhouse that's getting pierce damage reduction, it's just kind of a waste of essence. Anyhow, no big deal. I just go off about that every once in a while. Mighty Conquest, good. Good. The roll looks a little low. I can't remember. Doesn't it go up to like... Maybe that's not low. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't remember what the roll ranges are for a Conquest. 0.9 per 1 and 200. Beautiful roll on that one. Looking really good. Yeah, but that's just not the way I look at numbers, man. That's not the way I look at numbers. Every 75 essence counts. Every essence counts. Every time I steal it, I'm potentially stealing an artifact. Every single time. Every 25 essence. It's just like a totally like min-maxing free-to-play way to look at it. Like I said, you could make an argument for pierce damage reduction, but I wouldn't budge on anything else. Do you have the zombies uniform for her? Nice roster, man. Let's see. So, regular authority. Mighty Conquest, but unfortunately just a 3-star artifact. Give him rescue! Just give him rescue and you're good, bro. What up, Aryan? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming by the stream, dude. 80, yeah. So yeah, that was a good roll. Don't listen to me. That's a really good roll. I do. I mean, like I just said to say, I don't know if we're misunderstanding or not. I said you could easily make an argument for this. I do not think you can make an argument for this. If you're going to tell me that increasing your crit damage by 3% is worth anything, I'm going to tell you you're crazy because your crit damage should be capped. This is a waste of essence. So when I go off about this, this is more what I'm talking about. This kind of stuff. This kind of stuff. Don't do that. Different things. Nice 4-star Deadpool artifact too. Man, you like got struggles for choice again. Yeah, exactly. We're on the same page. Yeah. Yep. And then concentration, dude, that's honestly the one I forget about, I know. That like concentration is actually considered pretty valuable. I don't know at what rates, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if like I don't know how much like 3% concentration affects the charging of your CTPs, you know what I mean? I'm not sure. Is it 3% increase? Possibly, right? I doubt it. But yeah. Anywho. How are we doing here? Yep, 0.9 per 1. Those look great. So yeah, I was curious if you have that uniform. I'm not sure if I missed it. Yeah, and it should be capped anyways, just due to the fact that all your crit rate and crit damage should be capped. You're going to want a Mighty Greed for your null. If you're trying to put a greed on your null, you can put a regular greed. I would not do it. I would get a Mighty Greed first, just in case. Because you may end up equipping that normal greed, and then by the time you get the other one, you wish that normal greed was on another character. You know what I mean? As far as what to do next, dude, for tier 4s, I want to say you gotta wait for freaking Miles, unfortunately. Not really. But I don't... Gwenpool's in a weird spot. She's going to start losing value here soon, I feel like. I don't know when that happens. If you have the zombies uniform for her, definitely take her up to tier 4. Because she'll fit in nicely with your ABXL coverage. And then for PvP, you're like spoiled for choice, dude. Deadpool's got a nice build, but isn't as strong. I think Wolverine had another authority. If he had a mighty authority, this is a good example of why you want mighties before you equip regulars. The regular authority is not doing hardly anything for Silver Surfer. It's all about that steel proc that provides the extra damage reduction. So if you had a mighty authority here, it would make this guy a shoe-in. Like, it'd be a really clear choice. But without it, he's basically got an obelisk on. So he'll probably get shredded pretty easily. And then you've got a nice Mighty Conquest on your Wolverine, but the problem is you've got the 3-star artifact. So I don't know how to tell you which one of these would be the better bet as far as doing it, like, based on the builds you have now. Probably Wolverine. I think out of just like with what you have here, the builds you have, Wolverine is going to put up the best fight with the Mighty Conquest and the 3-star artifact. I think it's a short immortality time, so you'll suffer from that a little bit. Yeah, and then I don't know about Deadpool. I know he's not quite as good as these guys, so. What happens if Wanda got 0 ABXL days after the changes? No, then she would not be worth tier 4ing. No, sir, not if she had no ABXL days. But she'll have something. They're not going to give her a villain uniform and then make her useless the next month. Where is it? Who am I missing? I still don't even know whose account I'm looking at, honestly. How'd I miss that? Well, anyhow. I think Wolverine's probably your strongest build out of the tier 2s you have here for PvP. So if you're going to consider that one of those, do that. You got Gwenpool, still got some value. You can consider her for a tier 4 to cover your speed villain days, things like that. I mean, that's not a bad idea, Sharon. But yeah, because I think it's not until like really higher end PvP where Wolverine does well with the Mighty Conquest, right? I don't know. I don't know if I would move it. You could. It's something to consider, but then it's not just moving that, Sharon. You got to consider you're talking about unequipping a Mighty, unequipping a regular, and then moving the Mighty over. So it's going to cost a lot. Those tickets, the advanced... Oh, is it a Mega Tier 3 advancement ticket? I don't know, brother. Let me finish this one up. But yeah, as far as tier 4s go, I think that's what I would look at. Covering those speed villain days, but you may want to wait and see what Miles looks like. But there are female days that she's going to cover for you, I think, that Miles cannot. And I'm not sure about her scores at all. So yeah. Tier 2 to tier 5. Whoa. Hang on, yeah, let me focus on this, sorry. It's done, because yeah, other than that, you've got most of the stuff built. And then as far as Black Friday uniforms go, there's a couple, but I think you mainly want to see what happens with this Epic Quest, what happens with the seasonals this year, and then yeah, I would focus on these guys right here in this pocket. And if you have the zombie uniform for Wanda, she's also a really good option for a tier 4. She's a good option for a tier 4 even without it, because she's still going to cover your universal female hero days. So something to consider. And then, yeah, you do have Jean Grey's uniform for villain. So, yeah, you get a lot. Hopefully that helps, man. We're going to move on to the next one here. I got at least one more we're going to do right here. And let's get to it, man, because my brain's starting to drift. Once I look at all these like rosters and numbers for long enough, it all just starts to turn into mush, man. What are we looking at? 147 on the badge. Nice, 6-star blue. Love to see it. Yeah, you got a couple 3 gems here. Hopefully, like, make sure you clear out your challenges. Make sure you get as much Rune of the Unknown as you can. So when we get that next discount, you can take a stab at getting rid of those 3 gem stars for sure. Boop. All right, let's see here. Ta-da! That is the PvE set, pretty much. No complaints here. Looks really good. See what you got going on for stars. Resist, 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 and all attack. So all basic attack and go. All you got there. Nice to see the proc at the bottom. Looking good. Mind resist, not so good. Yeah, I would not lock anything here, I guess. I would just full reroll that card eventually. Nice 7 quality with the proc, though. That's really nice. Love to see it. Recovery rate blue, again, is a little rough. Could lock attack speed here. I wouldn't lock movement speed, personally. I would save yourself the crystals and just let her rip. It's just chilling, Aryan. We're just waiting, man. We're waiting for Scarlet Witch to get done. because we are waiting to go from 70 to 80. So we need to use tier 4 maths for that. So we're just holding tight, man, holding strong. Waiting for Black Friday. We can't even get the uniform till Black Friday anyways. So, and we also have to consider that tier 2 discount on Black Friday. Yes, sir. We're just waiting on our dang potential. We're ready to go, man. We're ready to go. All right. We looked at Ghost Rider, right? Yeah. Yeah. Here it was just attack speed. And other than that, unfortunately, you got to let him roll. And you did get the proc. Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it. One more proc to get here whenever you can. Decent rolls for now. 6 quality. But still missing that proc. Energy attack. This card's a little rough. Enjoy the Pierce while you got it, but when you come back on this one, you're going to have a lot of re-rolling to do. No thank you. No thank you. Probably no thank you on the Fizz defense. Crit damage is okay. Poison resist, or crit damage is good. Poison resist is bad, and energy attack is fine. So eventually you'll want to fix that up, but you got plenty of work to do in the meantime. Dang, all basic attack is red. Cooldown blue. It's good. Nice. 3 good blue stars on this one. Max HP, ignore defense, and cooldown. Looking good. So, and then the bottom of this one, I'll bet right now that's rolled up just so. Yeah. Yeah, because your cooldown, as long as you're getting your cooldown from other places, you're fine. But your ignore defense even is a little low. So the rolls on this card are actually really beneficial for what you need right now. You've got ignore defense and cooldown on this card, which is good. You need that ignore defense for sure. So just something to keep your eyes open for. All right, let's take a look at your roster, brother. 0.9 per 1. You know we're looking for the 0.9 per 1. I'll limit myself to like 1 rant per day about artifacts. Make sure you re-roll this one to 55 when you can, so you get that 7-second cooldown on your CTPs. Not even mighties, on your CTPs of competition. They got to have that 7-second cooldown. Same thing with your rages. 0.9 per 1 is going to give you the 7-second cooldown. Massive difference in DPS. For sure. I know your roster, bro. What up, Tarun? How you doing, brother? You can't fool me. I be spying on you, bro. I be watching your videos. I've seen your roster. All right, let's see here. What you got going on here? 1 per 1 crit with crit rate. Beautiful. Not much better you can do without a CTP. Judgment's nice at 200. 0.9 per 1, looking good. There's the Mighty Authority for Surfer. Excuse me. Crit rate, ignore defense, 0.8 per 1. Not bad, but not great. Hopefully you'll find a CTP for this guy. Because, man, this dude is just a powerhouse right now. I cannot wait to start cooking with this guy. Excited. Some kind of something under my eye. Bugging me. Whoa. 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 I would probably... Well, I'll just say this. If I was a guy who had Farmer Thanos, but I also had a tier 4 Mephisto, I see yours is level 80, but I'm assuming he'll have that big tier 4 here pretty soon. I would probably want, you got it, bro. You got it. I would probably want that competition on my Mephisto. And it looks like that's exactly what you want as well. Try to get that 55 down here, man. You really want those 7-second cooldowns. It's going to be a huge DPS increase for whoever is wielding the CTP. Yeah, but we're almost there. So as soon as he's tier 4, he'll benefit immensely from this competition. It's his best CTP. He will cook. Cook. What else you got going on here? Regular regen there. Hey, what's up, girl? Oh, are you just coming up to say hi? Inserting yourself into the account help. Hello, Gene Bean. Hello. Oh, your mouth stinks, homegirl. Woo! I don't know what you've been eating for breakfast, but yuck. All right, let's see here. What else we got going on? Need that 150 roll if you can get it for your null. Wow, man. Yeah, you got good CTPs on these guys. Oh, geez. Get your Bob built up, bro. You need that Sentry power. So you're taking Mephisto. It's expensive builds. Taking Mephisto to tier 4, good. Catch yourself a break after that. You're almost done. You may want to just save after that for the tier 2 discount for Black Friday, like we're going to do, and then save whatever remainders you have for your next tier 4. If you have any remainders, that way you make sure that you have enough. Thanks, man. I love that dog. She's great. That way you make sure you have the materials you need on Black Friday instead of like, you know, it's always better to be a little more patient, make sure you get that discount, and then have some remainder to just dig in on your next tier 4 afterward. But once you're done with this guy, if you're going to squeeze in another tier 4, which I'm not even sure is a good idea, I would make sure it's a native tier 1, not a native tier 2. And then, you know, maybe do Silver Surfer. Or, I like that. You got the Mighty Authority. It's not the best, but it's good. You could use your native tier 2 discount on Black Friday for him. And by the way, guys, I've been trying to say this a lot because as a creator, I just think it's more responsible to do. We don't have 100% guarantee we're going to get that discount. It looks like we will. We've gotten it every Black Friday and anniversary now for at least the last 2. I think that's it though. So it was like the last Black Friday, then anniversary. Now we're coming up on another Black Friday. So we're all just kind of assuming that we're getting it, which I think is a safe assumption. But I do just want to often keep the expectation that who knows, we may get something different. We may get a tier 4 selector instead. We don't know. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, good look at doing Silver Surfer for Black Friday. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. You got a good build on him. He's super strong. And then at some point, man, you got to look at building this guy up. But I know you don't want to go from probably don't want to go from Mephisto to Silver Surfer to Bob. Maybe you go Mephisto, Silver Surfer for the Black Friday discount. Sneak in a native tier 1, whoever's beneficial for your ABX days or whatever, but a low cost native tier 1. And that way you lock in 3 full World Boss Legend Plus teams. At that point, you'll have 9 tier 4s, and then consider building up your Sentry, right? No. Oh, God, no. God, no, Sanji. What are you talking about? I hope you're talking about who's best or something, because if you're talking about build order, good God. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't build Null before I built Sentry. Just me. Personal taste, I guess. I also, especially if you don't have Goober Boober, what's his name? Agent Venom. You don't have Agent Venom and his artifact and his uniform. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But, yeah, anyways, just to catch yourself a break, dude. Because those are expensive builds, right? And then, yeah, the biggest thing, bro, as far as like account help goes, is those CTPs, I think, right? Yeah, get those cooldowns down to 7 seconds. It's going to make a massive difference for you, bro. That's like probably the biggest help I can offer you, is getting those fixed up. And then, yeah, I guess we see how Miles lands. Maybe he's your tier 1. Maybe Miles is great for speed villain. I don't know. You've already got Gwenpool, so. But yeah, looks really good, dude. Keep up the hard work, man. Zombie Wanda. Do you have Scarlet Witch? Oh, yeah. And you've got her uniform. So up to you, whether maybe it's her instead of Silver Surfer. You got a long ways to go, though. It's a lot of building. Bust me. Until you get there. So, you know. Yeah. No, it doesn't, but it means you give yourself a better cadence for World Boss Legend Plus, man. If he dives in and tries to do what you just said, that bro will not have World Boss Legend Plus teams until about 2028. So that is why I talk about taking breaks, because I'm thinking about the cadence of your World Boss Legend Plus teams. And if you just go Mephisto, Null, Sentry, blah, 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 it's going to take you forever. You'd be working on that. They're all good characters, so it's not like crazy talk. I get what you're saying for sure. But, bro, you would just be dealing with expensive build after expensive build for so long, it's going to feel like you're just getting behind everybody. Not to mention, yeah, ABXL coverage and stuff that you'd be leaving in the dust by just prioritizing PvP characters. You do want to get one of these guys built up. If it's Null, I wouldn't suggest it without Agent Venom and all the supports, but I would go Sentry personally. I mean, I agree that you want one of these guys built up soon. You don't want to put it off too long because they're major components for your account. Yeah, you don't have any universal females. So maybe you go Wanda, maybe you go Mephisto, Scarlet Witch for your discount on Black Friday, and then go into Bob. Or you can do, like I said, you can do one more native tier 1 to solidify that World Boss Legend Plus team, and then go for Bob. But yeah, you'll figure it out, man. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to do one more today. I am getting hungry. Throat hurts. Where? Somebody save me. So we'll do one more today, and then maybe we'll get into it. We did a bunch today, but maybe we'll get into a couple more tomorrow as well. Let's see what we got going on here. 181 on the badge. Looking good. I think. Yeah. And we even got, this was someone else. Yeah, but it's just like too late, Dark Gaming. That's the problem. It doesn't line up. I mean, you can. Yeah, exactly what you just said. You're like waiting for that Black Friday discount that we're probably going to get. If it wasn't for that, you could just jump straight into Sentry. Good Lord. And careful with the null thing. I didn't see Agent Venom in there at all. So Sentry is definitely going to be a better build over null with no support for null at all. Yeah. Plus there's that you don't even need the support. I don't know what you need, little one, but you're too stinky. Your breath is way too stinky, bro. You doubled up on some swords still, not the end of the world, but I would look to fix it. Like get a green sword, kind of like dial that in the next time you push on your swords. Hopefully you get some good luck there. There's a couple swords that could definitely be swapped out in there. Take a look at your card set. Boom, there's that hybrid splash. We are missing Luna though. Right? So, like, this guy needs to leave. Or this guy. Hey, that's a tough call. But you do want Luna Snow in this set. And this is Aditya, right? I think so. So, yeah, I would want to... Let's see, let's look at the stats. Energy attack, cold resist, flame resist. I don't roast, but... that's rough, bro. That is rough. I don't even know how you did that, but it's all good. You got 5% Pierce here, but these are oogly stats on this card. Let's take a look here. We got Energy Attack Blue as well. Cooldown. This looks much better already. Max HP, crowd control time. It's going to be tough to say you should keep this over this, even with the 5% Pierce. It's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. I think ideally you obviously swap out one of these two cards for Luna Snow eventually. Luna Snow is the highest attack card that free-to-play players have access to. I'm pretty sure is the Avengers like art card, I forget what it's called. It's got like crazy attack stats on it, if I'm not mistaken, right? Crazy. I mean, we don't have access to it though, is the problem. But if I remember, that one's got like pretty gnarly stats on it. Yeah, dude, comes out the gate looking like that. What the hell? And then what can you roll on it? Crit damage. All basic defense proc when attacking. Interesting, man. This is a weird card. Woo! Woo! Bro, this thing's spicy. You can't have it, so don't get excited. Y'all can't have it. But, man. That's a nice card, dudes. Anyways, back to your account. Yeah, you'll either want to swap out Spider-Man or Black Panther for Luna Snow eventually, right? So how that happens, I'll kind of leave up to you. The resists here are pretty ugly, but you do have the 5% Pierce. I think when you think long-term, all your cards are going to have 5% Pierce. So this one's closer in a lot of ways to being a good card and is considered the best of the three by most people. So, meh. Mid? I would not call that card mid. You guys are crazy, man. This is like 2.5 mil easy. You guys are just like, that card's all right. Huh? What, dude? Especially if you consider it from like a hybrid point of view, dude. This thing's kind of nutty, bro. You got like 3 attack stats, and yes, I see the all basic is the 5%. But you've got 3 attack stats, the ability to roll an all defense proc, max HP. You could roll this card so crazy for like a hybrid set or for anything really. Doesn't matter. Dude, this would be killer as a PvP card. Roll HP on it, roll all basic defense proc, 3 different types of attack, and dodge or ignore defense, crit rate. She good. I'm not saying it's the best, but meh. If you're going to tell me that card's bad, I'm going to tell you everything you tell me for the rest of ever is crazy. Crazy. Is it 10%? Oh, I thought it was like the other ones. I didn't even look. I just assumed it was like the other procs. Why is it 10%? None of them are 10. Doom, doo, 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 doo. Yeah, I wouldn't take the all defense proc then for sure if it's 10%, but point still stands. You could just roll like, you know, attack speed here, crit damage here, whatever you need. If you need either, you probably don't. Yeah, it's just a good card. That's not bad, man. No one's going to tell me that's bad. I'm going to call you crazy. I'm going to call you cray-cray. Yeah, what is this proc? What is that? 10%. Old is what it is. Very old. Just to like put it in. I think this one's got 20% on like Black Panther. Yeah, it's definitely not bad. It's not going to be the best either though. And you can't have it. So there you go. All reasons not to even worry about it. Because yeah, you probably can't have it. Good roll on that for sure. Looking really spicy. Looking spicy. Nice build. Looks good. Looking good. I'll try not to take too long on these because you got a lot of tier 4s. And it looks like you know your builds, man. This looks good. You can kind of tell pretty quick if somebody's rolling up all their CTPs right and stuff is happening here. You penetrating a lot? Is that what's going on? A lot of penetration? I don't know what's happening here, but I would probably get this off of my Wolverine quickly if it was me. Got about, what, 16 hours left or something like that? Nice. Yeah, that's rolled. Judgment's tough for her, but hopefully that works out okay. I know it's not her best CTP, so. I gotta take this phone call really quick. It looks like it's something really important. I will be right back, guys. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Apologize. On backwards, boys. That's better. All right. Apologies. Let's continue. So yeah, it looks like most of your CTPs are rolled up nicely. Yeah, Mike's working and everything. Yeah, 7 seconds. Woo! Some crazy tier 4s in here, bro. It looks like you're doing something similar. You're building Mephisto, looking to get the uniform on Black Friday, I assume. By a pretty safe assumption. And so I assume you're going to be... Well, actually, a bit of advice here might be in order. Careful, right? Because this is going to eat up enough tier formats to get you real close to Black Friday. I don't know what your materials look like, obviously, but as you creep up on Black Friday, if we do get that native tier 2 discount, this might get you a little close to Black Friday, trying to complete Mephisto before you get there. You may want to take it easy, just to make sure that you have materials for that tier 2 discount, because like me, you're in the same boat where you're waiting on the uniform, so you might as well wait on the build. It's like doing the build now, he's not going to do anything for you, and you're just investing all those materials, and then if you get yourself like bricked out 2 weeks away from Black Friday, you won't have enough time to get enough tier formats to do the native tier 2. So just something to consider. You know. What you got, bro? No normal one is better than a brilliant greed for null? What are you talking about? What? You guys talking about Transcendence? Is that what you guys are talking about? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Null needs anything different. I think you got him all worked out, bro. You talking about swapping the Transcendence over from Wolverine? Is that what you're doing? Yes. Yes. I was looking at that. I hate telling people to switch CTPs, man, but I think you're gonna see results if you do that. Ugh. It depends too. The crystal cost is going to hurt a little bit, but I remember Vic equipping a judgment to his storm and being pretty disappointed with the results. And I know that Venom can do so well with a rage that it's like, oh gosh, or man, I don't know. You may want the competition on Mephisto, and that's going to mean less moving things around, right? If you take this off Venom and put it here, you don't have to unequip anything from Mephisto. What up, Desmond? How you doing, bro? Welcome back. You've been here for a long time. It's crazy. I'm used to you showing up for the first time about now. Been just chilling. I hope you're doing good, bro. We haven't chatted in a while. I hope you're doing really well, man. Yeah, just something to consider. Yeah, throwing it on Mephisto instead. Oh, you have another one. Oh. Oh. Well, then your plan doesn't sound crazy. Well, there's been a lot of talk about storms and stroms lately, bro. And I think it's yet to be seen. I don't think we have any conclusive results as to whether a strom or a storm is in fact better. And then you got to figure out whether you're talking about an elemental strom or are you talking about a hell strom? What kind of strom are you even stromming, Pipes? I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to do like a dance, which sucks, but that is kind of what you're after, right? You want the rage on your Venom, you want the comp on your Storm, and you want the judgment on your on your Ghost Rider. That is the play, especially if you've got another competition for Mephisto. He has a second one, Sanji. So he's got the mighty competition for Mephisto and Storm, and then having the mighty rage on Venom and the judgment on Ghost Rider. You also could consider, and I'm just throwing this out here, I hope Goat's listening, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where Venom's value is for you right now. You may be using him a lot. If you're not, you might consider that rage for someone else. Yep, or saving the judgment for Miles. Man, it's so good doing this with you guys. Thanks for all your help, man. You guys turn me on to a lot of good tips and stuff in chat. I appreciate it. It's hard, like, how could you keep your mind around all this crap? I'd just be reciting the same recycled crap all the time. If it wasn't for y'all's good ideas. So yeah, there's a lot sort of coming down the pipeline. You got Miles coming that might be really good with that judgment. I'm not sure, yeah, I would be in a hurry to... Yeah, you're using him for the ABX day? Probably not even ABL. Oh, maybe, yeah, because you've got Doc Ock instead of Hulk. Ooh, interesting. That's interesting. There's a lot of things to keep in mind, and that's a lot of swapping around. So, like, we can remove him from the equation, but I think getting this off of her and getting this on her is a good call. Regardless of what you do, I think that's smart, right? Where this judgment goes and where this rage goes, I would leave up to, like, at least wait and see Miles. See what we get. See if he somehow is involved. If, like, for all we know, Miles is going to be the best striker in the game. Like, I don't know. You know, things can change. It's not likely they'll change that dramatically, but you might as well wait and see. And for now, I would just maybe, if you want to use this discount to do anything, just get this competition onto Storm. Free this judgment up and hang on to it. Yeah, you've got like the rest of the day. So there you go. There you go. Oh, you have another mighty judgment. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think the biggest things are, I mean, I would want, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I hate spending the crystals, right? So, like, part of me wants to say I would much rather free this up and have a judgment on my Ghost Rider personally. I I'm not sure that I would be in a hurry to put a Mighty Rage on him. You can, he'll clap everything, so it's certainly a good option, especially if you're getting value out of him. And then, yeah, I think Storm's going to do much, much better with the upgrade, so certainly a good idea. And then we talked about tier 4s. Hopefully that helps, man. Get a little lost in the sauce, so. Confused by what you mean, Bob. I don't know. That I don't know. That's where I was saying I kind of like, I don't know if you want to... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Sanjeev. That's like where my mind goes immediately, is to Scarlet Witch would be a good option. Especially if you're double dipping with her uniforms. Like, you've got Jean Grey, so it's not like you need her zombie uniform, but like, yeah, I would probably pass, actually. I don't know. It depends on how serious you are about ABXL scores. You'd take a Rage over a comp, Bob? Is that like just major min-maxing? You just find it easier to use? Or like, I mean, because everybody's been saying for a long time that comp is her best CTP, but I just know that Judgment is not her best CTP. That's the only thing I know. Yeah, and only the one uni for Wanda. No. So, Bob, are you saying that you would try and put this on Storm? And then use this somewhere else for somebody else? Easier to play, but lower scores. Gotcha. I see. Interesting. So yeah, it'd be kind of like up to the person. Honey, oh, you're leaving? Love you. Hope you have a great day. Okay, so yeah, lots of info, man. Lots of info. I know that was kind of like not a clear answer, but a lot of opinions from chat, including some people that definitely know what they're talking about. So yeah. So a lot of good options. And probably an opportunity to get like a lot of more damage out of your roster moving some stuff around. All right, my friends. Woo! Good one, dudes. Good one. We'll try and do a few more accounts tomorrow, I think. That was fun. I actually enjoyed myself today. Not that I like am miserable doing account help. It's just not my favorite part of the live streams, you know? So, yeah. Sure, like how to wrap that up. Let's go take a look one more time. See if we can't wrap it up. Because it's a lot of info. There's a lot of movement there. A lot of different things. Okay, so when we're looking at this, what's the most important thing, right? I think getting anything besides this Judgment on Storm is really important. I think Judgment is her like worst of her best CTPs, right? So getting something else on her is the biggest priority. I'm not sure the competition on Venom is awesome, so I would think you would want to get this off. I think Venom's value is going to be at least, like at best, relegated eventually for you to World Boss Legend pushing. And I think there are other options, like I think this is better served for ABXL metas. It's just my understanding. I'm not the pro, just what I understand so far. So I would pull this off. I would pull this off. Whether or not you move this Rage, I think is more up to debate. I think it would be nice to have it on Wanda. Okay, let me do this, because I'll just start rambling again. You know me in words, dude, I'll get lost in the sauce. If I had all of this, I think what I would do, if crystals weren't the concern, right? The unequips, we're not shy, we're gonna unequip it if we need to. I move the competition onto Storm, I take the Judgment off of Storm, I take the Rage off of Ghost Rider, I put the Judgment on Ghost Rider, I put the Rage on Scarlet Witch. And I think that's the path I go. And then for Venom, I just figure something else out because I think his value is going to slowly diminish. And at best, he's going to be a World Boss Legend pusher. And everybody else holds value across multiple game modes, including World Boss Legend pushing, and gains a lot of value. They all end up with their proper CTPs. You don't have to worry about Miles because you told us you have another Mighty Judgment in your bags. So if you do want to put a Judgment on Miles, you have one. He also has a second Mighty competition in the bags. So taken care of. We're good there. And with all that information, I think that's what I would do. I know I do well with a comp. I've never used a Rage on Storm. I'm not, Bob plays at a much higher level of ABXL than I do. So for me, I'm just going in, doing my best with a basic understanding of the rotation. I'm sort of starting to work on my positioning a little bit, picking up might, watching the timers, but I'm not at that like high level of play yet. So I don't notice, you know what I mean? Like the proc, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not paying attention to where it's lining up all the time. So for me, the competition's working great. So I think that's what I would say. I think it's a lot of crystals, but you end up with a lot more min-maxing on your characters. Because yeah, you could get a raid with a mini rage on your Venom for now, and he's still gonna be strong. And you're talking about covering 1 day of ABX for the most part with Venom. So I think that's where I'd land. Get the competition on Storm, get the judgment on Ghost Rider, get the rage on Wanda, and then you have a mighty competition in the bags for Mephisto and a mighty judgment in the bags for Miles, potentially, if he's good. And if he's not, you have a mighty judgment that can go on someone else. There you go, man. Hopefully that helps. I was getting lost in the sauce there, so hopefully that's at least decent advice. That's pretty much what you said, so that's actually your advice. I'm just confirming that I think that's a good idea. I think that's in fact exactly what you asked about doing, was what I just said. He does not have the zombie uni, no. Yeah. Mephisto, dude, I cannot wait to start cooking with Mephisto. Let's go, guys. It's going to be fun. All right, my friends, if you missed it, one more time, we got a liberation today from our CTP chest. So we will be able to forge a mighty liberation here in the next couple days. I'm going to do a little research, figure out where we want to put that, which is exciting. We did not quite get Scarlet Witch's potential. It's either going to be 1 or 2 more days, and then we'll have her done. And yeah, we got a couple other things in the works. Seasonals. 1 week away. Tomorrow we get new events. They look kind of bland, I'm not gonna lie. Fingers crossed. I hope we get something else additional here. We probably won't. They're not bad, they're just kind of boring, because I think if you consider the token event as well, it's a pretty full bill. We got the 2 world boss events, the token for the P card, a bonus mission. So those will be starting tomorrow. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed the stream, had a good time, learned anything, go ahead and hit that like button. You know it helps us out a lot. You want to see more of the live stream series, we're doing it every day at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, bell, or whatever I'm supposed to say to get all those notifications. Got more videos coming your way, and I'm going to try and get out to this beautiful spot for the members to get you guys another video just for the members here soon. I'm Owen Gray. This is Free to Play. You're all fantastic, and I hope you have a spectacular day. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks so much.